Caribbean. Good morning to you, and thank you so much for being part of Real FM for today, Tuesday, the 25th day of March, 2025. Good morning to you, Sister Annette. Let us pray. Good morning. Let us pray.
Good morning, Mr. Donald, and good morning to the nation. Father, we do approach your throne of grace this morning with gratefulness and thankfulness in our hearts, knowing that God, you're a God who are always willing to listen and attend to our prayers. Even as the psalmist say, hear my cry, O Lord, attend unto my prayers from the ends of the earth. Will I cry unto thee? When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I. But thou hast been a shelter, Lord, for me and a strong tower from the enemy. God, we thank you because we can come just as we are. We don't have to feel condemned, but we can come and bring all our cares, all our burdens, all our anxiety, and we can cast it upon you because you care for us this morning, Lord. Even as the psalmist said, where could I go from your presence? If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the earth, even if I go down to the bottomless part of the sea, you are there, and your right hand shall lead and guide. So, God, we recognize we cannot escape your presence. Your presence, you're omnipresent. You're everywhere. You're all wise. You're all knowing God, and you're all powerful. So, when we come to you this morning, we just ask for your mercies. We ask for your pardon. We ask for your forgiveness, Lord. Where sin did abound, your grace did much more abound, Lord. And this morning we can come with confidence and assurance, knowing that whatever we ask of you, you're able to do it. You calm the storms. You made a way where there's no way, Lord. You open the eyes of the blind. You cause the lame to walk. And those who are deaf, you open the ears. And you're the same God today. You're the master of the winds and the willows and the billows, Lord. And God, this morning we can call upon you. And say, if you call upon you out of a clean and pure heart, you're going to hear. So cleanse our hearts, cleanse our thoughts, purify our hearts this morning even as we come before you, that there will be nothing between, oh God. Father God, even as we are in the festive season where most of the time, we reflect upon the cross, but the cross is not just a once a year situation, God. It crosses always before us because without the cross, there's no resurrection, there's no hope, there's no life. Because it's like we have all men. If we don't believe in the resurrection, we have all men most miserable, Lord. And we thank you for what you have done thousands and thousands of years ago so that we can be redeemed. We can be brought back into that right relationship with you. Oh God, where the devil, the sin, the enemy has come and brought devastation upon mankind, oh God. You say that the seed of the woman shall bruise the heel of the serpent. And we know, God, you are doing that. You have done that for us, oh God. And we are able to look to you this morning, God. Even as we see all our own imperfection and our weakness, our human frailty this morning, God, you said you are in all points tempted just like we are, and you're able to help us. You're able to grant us the aid because you became human, veiled in flesh like us, oh God, so that you can bring us back to the Father, oh God. You say, all we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned everyone to his own, but God has laid upon him the iniquity of us all. And God, we thank you for salvation to your name, because there's no other name given under heaven among men where we might be saved. And God, we just want to thank you because there's no other name under heaven whereby a man can be saved. And you say, at the name of Jesus, every knee is going to bow, every tongue is going to confess that Jesus Christ is Lord to the honor and glory of the Father, Lord. And we see we are living in times and age where people are not even turning their attention to the things of God. They are so irreverent, unholy, and God have no respect and authority for the things of God. God, we see there's a days where we have the word is being shared and persons just make light of it. Oh God, this morning we pray that you would bring a consciousness in our hearts of you, what you have done for us, what you continue to do. Help us to be grateful. We need to give thanks for a grateful heart. Give thanks unto the Holy One because of what you have done this morning. God, we just want to remember the agony, the pain that you bore for us, oh God. It was not in vain. And we pray, oh God, even as we live our lives, we would not just continue to live a life that will just gratify our flesh and our sinful desires. But oh God, we'd have a consciousness in our life that God, you die for us and you want us to be different. And this morning, Lord, we just want to pray, God, that you would bring that consciousness over our nation, in the lives of our people, our boys, our girls, our mothers, our dads, and everyone within this nation today, oh God. We know throughout the length and breadth of Grenada, the gospel has been preached. So we are without excuse. We are without excuse. And say, so how shall we escape if we neglect so great a salvation? We have no hiding place. Even as we were preaching in Celeste last night, I was saying that there's going to come a time where there'll be a famine, not for food. And we could have said, oh, we have so much things in Grenada that we can enjoy. There's not might not everything at the moment, but God, you provide for us. You care for the sparrow. You care for the birds, and you care for us much more than we even ask or think. And he said there's going to come a famine for when men would want to hear the word of God. The word of God would not be they run from the east to the west and travel overseas, but they would not be able to hear the word of God. Now, God, we have opportunity to hear. Now we have opportunity to hear about you and to think. Help us, Lord, that we turn our thoughts towards you, oh God. This morning I pray for salvation of our nation, oh God. I pray for deliverance, Lord. I pray that you would break chains, you would break bondages, you would break the yoke that the enemy has put on our back. Because God, you said the devil come to kill, to steal, and to destroy. But God, we know you came that we will have life and have it more abundantly. Why would we choose death when we can have life? For God, you love the world so much that you give your only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. And this is life, that light is come unto the world, but men choose darkness rather than light because the deeds are evil. We don't want to come to the light so that our sins will be manifested. This morning, I pray, oh God, that you, wherever we are this morning, you will help us in the consciousness of our heart where our conscience are still alive. It is not said with a hot iron where we cannot respond to you, God. We pray in your love and your mercies, God. Your spirit will continue to strive with men because you said your spirit does not always strive with men. And oh God, we pray that your spirit will be moving in our lands, moving in our hearts, moving in our homes, moving in our communities this morning. God, make yourself real. Reveal yourself. You are the same God. You have done it in the past, and you have spoken to men, to prophets, and other pastors and preachers. But God, in these last days, you said you are going to speak to us through your very Son. And God, this morning, I pray it will be a time for us to take an introspection in our life and know where we are. Make our calling and election show. Sometimes we just live for the physical things and the emotional and the social, but we forget that we have a God. We have a spirit within us that can relate to God. We can call out to Him. We can shout out His name. And God, you said you would answer whatever situation you might be going through today, Lord. I pray that you would just breathe a prayer and say, Lord, help me. Lord, be merciful to me, a sinner. Turn me around. Change situation in my life. And oh God, I just declare a release today in the atmosphere, a consciousness in our lives, in our hearts, in our homes, that we would really consciously know that God, the reason why we are living, we are moving, we are breathing, we are having our being is because of you, oh God. And we could think of the many times, Lord, we would have erred against you, we would have sinned, and we would have turned aside. But God, you never leave us. You said, I will never leave, I'll never forsake. And if you call upon me, I will answer thee, Lord, and show you my salvation. So this morning I pray throughout the little breath and breath of our child and state the hemisphere, Lord, that God, you would speak peace, you would speak comfort where there's storms, where there's depression, where there are in wars, where there are so many things. Sometimes we allow stress and all these cares of this world to drown us out, oh God. May we hear your still small voice. You say, be still and know that I am God. I'll be exalted in the nation. I'll be exalted among the people. And we pray that you will be exalted today in our nation. You'll be exalted among your people. And he said, if you be lifted up, you'll be draw all men unto you this morning. Draw us, God. Draw us to a closer walk. Draw us to a closer relationship with you today, Lord. We pray. We cover everyone today. We pray for your guidance, your protection, your keeping power. Those who are going through bereavement, distress, whatever today, Lord. May you speak your peace today, Lord. May you bring your comfort to bear. May you heal and touch those who are going through difficult situation this morning. Those in prison, Lord, this morning. May you come through for them, Lord. May you change them and transform them, oh God. We pray in Jesus' name, all for your honor and for your glory. Amen and amen.
Amen. Good morning. How are you?
I'm blessed.
All right. Good to hear that. How's your husband this morning?
He's good.
Terry! Do you hear me?
Terry, the dog are calling you. Say hi.
Tell him I will see you. I will see you today at the funeral, Terry. I know you'll be there.
Funeral?
Yeah. You're not going to
See you
funeral?
today at the funeral. You see you today at the funeral. At the funeral. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
We don't know. I don't know.
How could Terry not know? Terry, Mr. Ford's funeral is today.
Come.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man.
A member of the legal fraternity is being laid to rest today. I thought you'd be. Well, yeah. If you know, you will be there. Mr. Ford.
Oh, today?
Yes.
What, it's only last week I heard of
Right. Well, today is the funeral. Yeah, today. So I'm going.
Today?
Yes. I go and get your blouse and dust your blouse.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
I know somebody like you will not miss that funeral to pay last respects to the gentleman.
All right.
Right. So at least.
Sure, man.
Yeah. So that means they had to prepare for one more person in the happy hour. That is you. Terry, my brother. Good morning. Good morning. God bless you. Take care, brother.
Same to you, man.
Okay. All right.
Right.
My dear sister, take care of yourself and have a wonderful morning.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Joe, the custodian of 91.5. How are you doing this morning, Joe? Boy, not even a message from you, eh? 14 minutes days after the 7 o'clock hour, telling you coming up at 7:20 thereabouts, we should be having the weather report for you from the Morris Bishop International Airport. Yeah. And the weather this morning. Let me see. Who do you think will be giving the weather this morning? Somehow, today's Tuesday. Let me see if I can check it. We have not had the manager of the Met Office for a long time, and that's Mr. Jerry Tamer. I wonder if we can have Jerry this morning. Let's see when we call at around 7:20 thereabouts. We'll be making that call. Drummers as in drumsticks. Good morning to you, my dear. Here's hoping that you, drumsticks, would have the best possible day this side of the universe. This is Real FM Radio. Stay with us.
Grenada, are you looking for locally made jewelries, bags, arts and crafts, paintings, vegetables, food, and much more? Then come on down on Saturday, March 29th to the GIDC SIAP Expo from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Comahan Park, Grandin, St. George. It will be an all-day event with fun activities for the kids, face painting, bouncy castle, live band, and local artists. Come out and support our entrepreneurs. View it, like it, buy it. Support local.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
So FastPay, 2 minutes and you're on your way. So FastPay, so FastPay.
Flow is keeping you connected. Grenada, get ready for this as the St. Patrick's Organization for Development presents the St. Patrick's Day Fiesta celebration. From Friday, March 14th to Sunday, March 30th. Friday, March 14th, Street Vibes at Rusty Rose Bar, downtown Sates. Sunday, 16 March, church service at the St. Patrick's Roman Catholic Church. Friday, March 21st, bonfire inside Montreat St. Patrick's. Saturday, March 22nd, it's Soca Karaoke at Diddy's Bar, opposite the Fun Playing Field. Sunday, 23rd March, Mountain Jam, Celeste Mountain Road. Thursday, 27 March, Health Walk from River Sally to Sates Bus Terminal. Friday, March 28th, it's the Calico United After Work Live, downtown Sates at Calico's parking lot. Saturday, March 29th, it's the Sailing Festival and Food Fest at the Breakwater Beach, downtown Sates and Main Street Sates. And on Sunday, March 30th, it's the final Street Fiesta on the streets of Sates. So mark these dates down on your calendar. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The St. Patrick's Day Fiesta celebrations is on Friday, March 14th to Sunday, March 30th. See you there.
From when we used to carry it, we used to carry it.
As we continue to mosey along in the morning time on Real FM radio. Yep. Let's make a trip up to Birch Grove. And if we're gonna go into Birch Grove this morning,
What you say?
let's go and say good morning to my darling drumsticks. Good morning, drummers.
Hello, good morning to you. Good morning to the nation.
How are you, my dear?
I'm good.
Wonderful. Let us hear from you
I'm
this
reading from the
morning.
word of God, Psalm 96. Oh, sing unto the Lord a new song. Sing unto the Lord all the earth. Sing unto the Lord, bless his name. Show forth his salvation from day to day. Declare his glory among the heathen, his wonders among all people. For the Lord is great, and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. For all the gods of the nation are idols, but the Lord made the heavens. Honor and majesty are before him, strength and beauty are in his sanctuary. Give unto the Lord, O ye kingdom of people. Give unto the Lord glory and strength. Give unto the Lord the glory due unto his name. Bring an offering and come quotes. Oh, worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness. Fear before him all the earth. Say among the heathen that the Lord reigneth. The word also shall be established, that it shall not be moved. He shall judge the people righteously. This is the end of the scripture this morning.
And thank you so very much, my darling. How are you today?
I'm good.
Wonderful. Everybody gone?
I'm trying to fight
Everybody.
the cold.
Oh, you're fighting the cold. Everybody
Yeah.
gone already?
No, have you still water fighting it?
No, I ask if everybody gone.
Oh, Yes, everybody gone already.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay. I find they let me go these days, so
No, man, they let you go, don't worry.
I don't ask him about them again. Okay. Take care of yourself,
Everything is
yeah?
good, man, don't worry, don't worry.
All right then. Take
Have
care.
a nice day.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye. All right. It's real. It's 91. Who are you? We are
How you move when you move.
the station with a difference.
Which direction you going? You gotta be careful.
Broadcasting from studios located Main Street Cities inside of St. Patrick.
You gotta be careful, careful.
We are indeed
When you walk, what you say? When you talk,
Real FM Radio.
when you walk, what you say? When you talk.
If you're not real, you're just not real. But I can't be speaking to anybody else. So I shouldn't say if you are not real. If they are not real, because you are real, that's why you're listening. But if they are not real, then
Leave a little
hey, they can't listen.
roughness. More things could happen
Hey Joyce, good morning. How you doing?
before you realize.
I know you're probably saying, what a guy calling my name for? Yeah, Joyce, good morning.
You gotta be careful
Weather report. That's next. Stay with us.
with what you do and how you're doing it.
You got to be careful.
If you do, when you're doing it, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful. The cleanliness in life is gone. It's only vice and corruption that's going on. Staying alive, trying to survive. That is how it is today. So as you go along your way, you got to be careful.
It's real, it's 91. Well, friends, remember I told you earlier on that I was guessing who it was going to be this morning. And guess what? My forecast was bang on, 100% correct. Jerry Tamer, good morning.
Hi, good morning to you, Andre. How are you doing this morning?
Well, I forecasted well. I say it was going to be you, and now it's you. Well, I mean, they can't expect better from me.
Wow.
They can't expect better from Andre. I got it back down to the button.
Yes, your forecast was right. For the day. Yeah.
So how you doing, bro?
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. How are you doing?
Well, I'm good. I can't complain.
Anytime I hear you in the morning time, I'm going to reveal a secret. Once you're on in the morning, I know you have a challenge. Maybe one of your workers or two of your workers not well.
No, that's not the case today.
Oh, okay.
You may not know, but on March 23rd, we celebrate World Meteorological Day.
And you didn't call me, Jerry?
That's globally. So right now we have 5 members of staff spending 2 days in CARICOM interacting with the students from all the various schools in CARICOM, introducing them to the profession and so forth. So we have quite a bit of staff in CARICOM yesterday and today doing some groundwork with the schools. So that's why we are.
That is a wonderful thing. That is such a wonderful thing. Hey, that is so great. Anyway, let's get on with the weather, brother.
Yes, so, well, also a good morning to all the listeners of the station, to be fair, they are so important. Well, conditions across our tri-island states are generally cloudy at this moment. Winds are from the east-northeast at 15 miles an hour. Barometric pressure now stands at 1015.7 millibars. Now that is above normal and is still rising. Current temperature 25.5 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity is now 88%. Now, during the last 24 hours, we recorded a maximum temperature of 30.4 degrees Celsius and a minimum of 25 degrees Celsius. During that same period, 7.3 millimeters of rainfall was recorded down here at Point Salines, bringing the total for the month so far to 23.5 millimeters. March is doing pretty well in terms of rainfall. Now let's turn our attention to the public forecast, and this is valid for today and tonight for Grenada, CARICOM, and the Petite Martinique. We can expect conditions to be partly cloudy with a few light scattered showers during the morning, but becoming generally fair during the afternoon. Winds easterly to east-south, easterly at 12 to 22 miles an hour. Seas moderate to rough, waves 6 to 9 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells. And for all of this, a marine advisory remains in effect. Tides are currently rising. High tide will be at 10:45 this morning. Low tide will be this evening at 6:58. Maximum temperature today should get up to around 30.5 degrees Celsius. Sunset this evening, 6:18. Sunrise tomorrow, 7 minutes after 6. So just to repeat the public forecast, remembering it's valid for today and tonight for Grenada, CARICOM, and the Petite Martinique. We can expect conditions to be partly cloudy with a few light scattered showers during the morning, but becoming generally fair through the afternoon. The seas, moderate to rough, waves 6 to 9 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells, and the marine advisory remains in effect. So, Andre, that's all from me. It's back to you.
Well, it ain't back to me just like that. I mean, you can't leave a brother hanging. So how long your people stayed in CARICOM?
They will be done today. So they were there yesterday and today. Yeah? So they went to all the primary schools, all the secondary schools, even Petite Martinique.
Oh, they did?
Yes.
Whoa. That is so nice. Who's the leader of the team?
Andre.
I am the leader, of course. But it's just that I'll be using my primary school last name, Charles. Okay. So Charlo is the leader of the team. Great, wonderful. Well, I guess I will. Whenever Charlo comes on, I'll say, "How's CARICOM, boy?"
But Cassie is there also.
Oh, Cassie is there. Okay, right. Cassie is there. So that means Trish didn't go?
No, Trish didn't go.
I had to talk to Trish and tell Trish I find the boss treat in your body, no girl. Anyway, my brother, take care of yourself, eh?
Okay, all the best.
Okay, wonderful. Good, bye-bye. It's real, it's 91. This is how we do it, baby. This is what radio is all about, you know. Energizing. Fascinating.
When you walk, what you say? When you talk, where you go?
The ulterior.
What you say? When you talk.
In the exterior. 7:30 straight down is our time. Today is Tuesday with a difference.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, boats of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do.
Yeah, I'm here, you there. Yeah, today's Tuesday with a difference, right? And it's really with a difference today. I came out this morning and since last evening, I said to myself, you know what? Andre, you have not done this with your listeners for a long time. So I'm going to shout out all of you who are listening at this particular point in time. Every single person on terrestrial radio, those who are listening on the online on the site, or listening on TuneIn, top of the morning to you. And here's hoping that you have a wonderful day, and happy am I to be with you for yet another morning right here on Real FM Radio. It's indeed a pleasure. It's indeed a joy. Now, I also have to say good morning to those of you on the YouTube channel. you are so very special. Trust me. You are so very special, and we love you, love you, love you so much here at Real FM Radio. So I'm going to start calling those that I know that are signed on. We have about 200 plus viewers at this particular point in time. And when I'm finished, remember it's supposed to be 20 questions. When I'm finished listing the names of those who are on that I can see who have said good morning, it doesn't mean that the others don't mean well. They're probably not in a position to say good morning. But here we go. Oh boy, there's that phone thingy. Let's see if we can get rid of it. Yeah, let that happen for the time being. Now, Gemma Warwood, good morning to you. How are you doing this morning, my dear Gemma Ward? Here's hoping that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. 7:32 is the time. Don't be late for work today. Claude Abraham, how are you doing, Claude? There's another Claude in Chantimel. No, but his last name is not Abraham. But good morning to you, Chantimel Claude also. Adrian Watts, how could we cannot have a broadcast without Adrian Watts. Yeah, he's always there. Clive Raymond, top of the morning to you also. Vera Wellington, what's Vera doing this morning? And Andrea Burke, good morning, Andrea Burke. There's somebody called Red Girl Pascal. What's up? What's popping, girl? Here's hoping that you have a wonderful day. Now, if we stretch out our tentacles to CARICOM, probably the first person that would snatch one of those tentacles would be Miss Matheson. Good morning to you, Miss Matheson, and may you have the best day possible. Miriam, hi and hello to you. Now, Maxwell Belfon is a guy, he's from St. Patrick, but spend most of his time, I think he lives in St. David's now. Maxine, what about the eggs, boy? What about the eggs? No eggs? Those good old yard fowl eggs, man? Come on, Maxine, you're playing the fool now. Maxine Belfon. Errol Bonaparte, top of the morning to you. And no, I can't ask Faithlin for any peas anymore. Peas is like gone out. What we're looking at now is dry peas, and the dry peas she have is a plan for next year. So good morning to you, my dear darling Faithlin Douglas. And also again, well, Maxine sending messages like crazy. Blam, 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 blam. 3 more messages. Good morning again, Maxine Belfon. Yvonne Roberts. Yvonne Roberts, how you doing this morning? And Cicely Celestine. Cicely, let me tell you something. I forget them other people and I pick you up. Cicely, you know, we tight. Forget them other people. Yeah, let them get heartache if they want to get heartache, Cicely. Christine Otley, top of the morning to you. And Ann Andrews, how are you doing? Hey, Anne-Marie Grant. Good morning, Anne-Marie Grant. How you doing? Yeah, rough like that. Cynthia Bartholomew, still in CARICOM? No long. Well, Cynthia, when you going back to Baltimore, I need to know. Carol Belfont, top of the morning to you. And if you're probably wondering, where are some of the places that we have communication, where people really listen to us religiously from, especially on this program, I can tell you St. Croix is a place. Now, St. Croix is bittersweet for me. Sweet because I consider her to be like my sister. Good morning, Norma. How are you doing? I know you're always there, and I'm really, really happy for that. So that's the sweet. But the bitter about St. Croix is that is where my dad was killed. I've never visited St. Croix. My dad was killed in St. Croix back in 1981? Thereabouts, 1981. That's when he was killed there. I have to visit there one day. The murderer? The police never really found the murderer. No, the police never really found the murderer. So, but yeah, we knew who did it, and he subsequently died. Haha. Yeah, karma. Yeah, he subsequently died. Where? I think it would have been somewhere he died alone in an apartment in somewhere in Puerto Rico, I believe. Yeah. So Norma, good morning, my dear sister Norma Felix. Good morning to you. Don't worry, Norma. One of these days I'll turn up at your doorstep in St. Croix. Hope you have enough room at the house for me. Christine Alexander, how are you today, Christine Alexander? Here's hoping that you're having a wonderful day, Christine Alexander. Shirley Skerritt. Yeah, the woman with, does she have Dominican background? I don't know. Roosevelt. Could be she family Roosevelt scared. Yeah, now I ain't really talking much about Roosevelt. Roosevelt is successful Prime Minister to Dominica, failure in the rest of the Caribbean. Why do I say that? Don't worry, one of these days you'll figure it out. Jerome Kenneth Lewis, good morning to you. And Jerome, you are in Toronto, yes, I believe. Steve Kreft, good morning, Steve. And John Stafford, and hello to you, John Stafford. Here is hoping that you are having a wonderful day. Why does it seem like my throat is a bit dry? I need to get some water, do I? Yes, I have water here. Free advertisement, good old Glenegg. Good old Glenegg water. Alban Harris, top of the morning to you, and here's hoping you have a wonderful day. How is Sherma Jeremiah, my dear? Good morning, Sherma. Kathleen, as in Kathleen Ledlow. How are you doing this morning, Kathleen Ledlow? And we cannot pass by and not say good morning to Theresa Joseph. Good morning. And Theresa, are you in Toronto, right? I think. Anastasia Peterson. Not Patterson, Peterson. Good morning, Anastasia. Antonito. Antonito says it's raining in St. George Northeast this morning. Showers of blessing on you, my brother. The rain is just for you, just to cleanse you. Baby daddy. Yeah, baby daddy is always there, man. He's, wow, tell you, stalwart. Kimo Joseph and Dolores, as in redhead. How you doing, girl? Hoping that you're okay today. And let's say good morning to Raul Lewis. Good morning, Raul. And John Mark. How are you doing this morning, John? You good? Everything okay? Clive Raymond, top of the morning to you. And the Veronica Lewis Alexander. Now that, to me, I'm not saying it's the first time, Veronica, but to me, I have not seen that name before. But good morning to you, Veronica Lewis Alexander and Erica Thomas. Sort of a new name to me also. Maybe it was there before and I didn't recognize it, but nonetheless, to both of you, a very special welcome this morning. And here say good morning to Joycelyn Francois. Chunky! Wow! How are you? Jeez, you me. Chunky, it's been a while. Yes, it's been a while. 2 days, 3 days is a long while. Nice to have you on board this morning, Chunky. Let's get the likes just for Chunky. Let's get the likes to 200 this morning, just because Chunky is with us this morning. Let's go on that roll. Joyce Lewis, top of the morning to Karen Thomas. Joyce, good morning again. And to Karen Thomas, top of the morning to you, Karen Thomas. Ron, as in Julian. Where's Ron located? Nobody seems to know, but good morning to you. Good morning, Mr. Andre. I see you sitting in a different chair where Gates usually sits at. No, this is my chair always. Gates only comes in. Remember, Gates is only here 2 days a week. You guys are just cruel. Gates is only here 2 days a week. I'm here every single. I'm at the station Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, let's start with the first day of the week, which is Sunday. I'm here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I program stuff for Saturday because I think it's an overkill to have me here again on Saturday morning. Although the music that's played on Saturday morning, I love that kind of a music, and I wish I could be here. But I can't overkill. I can't send Andre to the grave. He's going there anyway, but I can't send him to the grave. So that's why I'm not here. So Ron, get your thing together. And let's say good morning to Sharon Felix. How are you, Sharon? Here's hoping that you are good. Now, my girl, the president of the NNP Women's Arm, Dr. Julie Dubois. Good morning, Doc. What's up? As they say it in the cartoon thingy. What's up, Doc? You good? Yeah, well, if you're good. Julie, I know you usually put on some wonderful outfits. What's the outfit today, Julie? What's the outfit today? Let us know, man. Come on, you can type. So let us know. I know you locked on. So let's know what the outfit is today. And Also, good morning to Deborah Laborde. Good morning, Deborah. Everything good? Yeah. And, Cynthia says she's going back just now. Okay, Cynthia, good. Jillian Noel. Good morning to you, Jillian. And Lorna Johnson. I believe I've seen that name before. Lorna Johnson. Jacinta Livingstone. Where are you located, Jacinta Livingstone? And we say good morning to Olive McEwen. Yeah, saw that before. Angel, as in beautiful Angel Map. Good morning to you. Angel, the hair still needs a thing in it. Angel, I think I'll go dye my hair and dye it, what color, boy? No, not black. Not dye it gray? No. Purple. What do you think? Purple? No. Baby blue. Come on, Andre. Stop that stupidness. Just leave it here, let it grow. Well, look at how Anne-Marie Grant going up in G feelings. You better stay with my sister. What? Okay, that's it. We done. Don't worry, Anne-Marie. Cicely, we dropping Anne-Marie right there in the door. We ain't bothering with her again at all. Can't do it all. Good morning, my dear darling Anne-Marie Celestine Grant. Good morning to you. Rachel Alexander, how are you? And Oliver Williams. Is that a new one? Kinda. Joe, good morning to you. And Trajan John. Trajan is inside a hermitage. Okay, I'm seeing a message from Dr. Dubois. Dr. Dubois. I'll put up what Dr. Dubois says, folks, and then I'm going to read it. Mr. Donald, today I'm adorned in pink and black scrubs. That is so boring, Doc. I mean, you do make scrubs look good, but that is so boring. I mean, get some kind of carnival-like looking scrubs now. Pink or black. Gosh, Doc, man. I can make it thing boring, eh? But, of course, you make scrubs look great. Yeah, you make scrubs look great. And, yeah, that's for work. Okay. Jacinta Livingstone? Yeah? In Woodlands. Oh, Jacinta Livingstone. You live at Woodlands. Hey, Shirley scared to say, watch your mouth, you know, from St. David's, no boy. What do you, boy? Hey, what? Okay, Shirley, like you, I have a Dominican friend in Tivoli area. Yeah. Good morning to my good Dominican friend. How are you? I trust that everything is going. Bevis John. Bevis John is supposed to be from St. David's also, eh? Yeah, and also good morning to Kathleen Knights. Now, we have come to the end of the list. And based on what I'm seeing here, we have some 290 persons. Yeah, we'll get into the 300 in a short while. Now, here's what. You know, Andre always has something that's new, that's different, that's exciting. Now, here's what. You know, Tuesday mornings, we're supposed to be having 20 questions. Unfortunately, we didn't have a guest for this morning. Couldn't get somebody for this morning. So I had to sit down and think about other things and how I can make the morning show interesting. Yeah. Okay. Now, two things. One, if you believe that you want the nation and the world to see you this morning, and you're able to do so and come onto our YouTube channel, just type yes and I'll tell you what to do. If you believe that you can come onto the YouTube channel with me, I can, as many as 8 other persons can come on with me this morning. You can just come on for a while and say hi, good morning, and you're gone. That's one. Two, if you want to ask me a question, dial the number, and whatever question you ask me, I promise I will answer. Okay? So if you believe that you want to come on to the live with me, just to say hi, hello, good morning, all you have to have is an email address, and I'll do the rest. Okay? So think about it for a moment. Let me see if there's anybody of all the persons that I called already. Let me see if anybody there has that gumption. Yeah, to come on the live with me this morning? Will it be Trajan, or will it be Joe, or will it be Oliver Williams? Or could it be Dr. Dubois in her pink and black scrubs? Who will it be? If you believe that you can do this with Andre this morning, just type yes. You're on the stream there, just type yes and I'll tell you exactly what to do. I'm waiting. Let me see. I am waiting. Let me see who has the gumption. You gotta be careful with Andre. Yeah, he springs things. All the time they type in who they, Bev is good morning, Shirley. Everybody typing who they. Now it's time for you to prove your worth. You scared. Now it's time for you to prove that you can do this. You are scared. Oh no. I didn't believe that Okay. Jacinta Livingstone has typed yes. Okay? Alright. Okay. Jacinta Livingstone has typed yes. Oh my. I'm nervous. I'm the nervous one. I'm the nervous one now. Okay. Well. Okay. No, there's no discrimination. If you have my number and you believe that you want to come on, you can also type yes. If you have my number, my personal number, and you want to come on, you can type yes. All right. So not just those on the stream. If you have my number and you believe that, hey, I want to go on, I want to surprise him this morning, just type yes. Yeah. Once you type yes, I know what to do. Okay, Jacinta, here's what. What I need for you to do now, listen carefully, is to send me first, Jacinta, do you have an email address? If yes, you type yes, of course. Do you have an email address, Jacinta? Let's see what Jacinta would type. And okay, we've got one person here who was already typed yes. And that one came in on my phone. Okay, so let's see. We're going to send the link to that person. Let me see. What is your email address? I'm asking the person now, what is your email address? If you can give me your email address, I will. Okay. All right. I got it. Smith. Why Smith? Okay. All right. Did I do the right thing? Yeah. So, message sent. So let's kick back and wait on that one. Oh, Jacinta, you don't have an email address. Okay, but you have a smartphone. Jacinta, here's what, Jacinta. The WhatsApp number for this station is 4420175. That is the WhatsApp number for the station. So Jacinta, send me your number. Send me your number, your phone number, and I'll see if I can perform a bit of magic. I believe I can perform a bit of magic. Send me your phone number. Let me see. Can I do this? Oh boy. No here. Jacinta, no, don't bother send me the number. I don't think I could perform that feat. Oh shucks. I just wish that you had a email address when you don't. But Jacinta, you can still call on 4420175. Put that in your WhatsApp. Call me on that number and we can still have a chat. That's no problem. I already sent out one invite to someone. And let's see if that person has the gumption. Yeah, let's see if that person has the gumption. Jacinda, yes, you can call me on 442-0175. And you can ask me any question, and I promise I'll answer. Okay? So you're the one asking the question this morning, not me asking the question. All right? So 442-0175, that's the WhatsApp, Jacinda. Call me on that. And, yeah, I sent out. Okay, let me see messages like crazy. Okay. Somebody is going to hop in just now, I do think. There's nobody else except there's somebody on my private number here that I sent the information to already. That person is expected to sign in a moment. Nobody else? You mean not even Dr. Dubois? How are you, Dr. Dubois? You could do this too. Come on. I saying that my people have it like that. Oh no. You guys are disappointing me this morning. I was thinking that, I got some people here who were as bold as boulders. But no. Oh no. Come on. Who is it gonna be? No one else? Come on. Y'all can't do this. That's not how it's done. You need to do it. Nobody. Come on, nobody's saying yes. Just say yes so I can send you. You have an email address? Yes, I send you. Blap, we link up. But Jacinta, 442-0175. Do that to your WhatsApp and we can still talk. You may not see a beautiful face on the screen, but we can still talk. All right? Come on, who's it gonna be? No. Oh, I can't believe that my listeners and viewers are so scared. Scaredy cats. Never did think that you'll be that scared. Come on. I'm just saying busy in the kitchen. Don't believe you. Don't believe you at all. I ain't believing you. No, I'm not believing. No better than that. I'm upset. Busy in the kitchen. Busy in the kitchen, do you know? Not making joke. Yeah, not making joke at all this morning. Yeah, we all you. When I really need. No, baby daddy say, Clive is on his job. Okay, Clive got that. Baby daddy says you want Deacon fire them. Oh no. Okay, so Julie's saying that she's still driving because the messages in relation to the program was sent by her passenger in her vehicle. Ronald Dens, that's a new name. Good day. You just locked into the live. Well, Ronald, do you have the time? Do you have an email address? I can send you a link and bring you into the program instantly. Anastasia Patterson on our way to work. Andrea says she baking buns. Andrea, where are you? I love buns so much, girl. You don't know that. Are you in St. Patrick's, Andrea? Well, no. Andrea probably is not in St. Patrick's. Oh, yes! I got me my first fish. Let me reel. Okay, yeah, I got the first one. Yeah! Okay, Andre. Do this properly, yeah? Do this properly, Andre. Don't make a mistake about this. Let's say Anastasia is still on your way to work. Haha. Don't believe you. Click. Good morning, win.
Click. Well, Andrea,
What?
I take offense
What? To
straight
what?
off the bat for being called a fish.
Oh, so that was not meant for you. You were not supposed to hear that.
I heard it. And
How
I'm
are
not
you?
dilly I'm hello. Who's asking the questions here?
Oh, sorry.
How are you, Mr. Donald?
I'm okay.
Good. First question. Do you have any political ambitions?
I had, but I believe that I've gotten to the age at this time where I will be better off directing and assisting someone who has political ambitions. I believe that based on the way Grenada politics is going, I do believe that at this particular time in our period in our existence, meaning Grenada, uh, when you get to my age, I'm 58, gonna be 59 in a couple of weeks. And when you get to my age, you can serve the nation better by being part of what I will call an advisory corps at the back and nurture younger ones. Yes, I have a lot of experience in it, but I believe that somebody, if I was like 40, between that kind of age, 40, 45, I will say that, yeah, I'll jump into it and I'll win. That's the thing, I'll win. I'll jump into it and I'll win. I know I'll win. There's no joke about that one. But I think I've gotten to the stage where I am not second fiddle. No, that's not the correct word, but I can do better for someone, assisting them going forward.
Okay. So we'll jump off the political train. Would you ever get married?
Well, that's a very interesting question. And I answer it this way. I have done in life, I've done most of the things, I've patterned my life in this way, that I've done most of the things that my dad did. My dad was a photographer. I still have pictures that he took of me, handsome me. Careful now. I still have pictures that he took. And I took up that at an early age, being a photographer. And well, it didn't really stay with me. But my dad was also a teacher, and I taught for at least 2 years of my life. My dad worked at the Pearls Airport for a period. I don't know which department he worked in, but I know he worked at the Pearls Airport. And I worked at Point Celine, not Morris Bishop, but at Point Celine International Airport. I worked there. My dad was a prison officer. I never did that one. I don't think I'd ever do that one. And he was that unselfish, outgoing kind of a person. And I believe that I am that unselfish, outgoing, that kind of a person. Now, the guy also got married. Unfortunately, not to my mom.
Oh, that's where the story going.
Yeah. So he got married and he got killed. And in my own conviction, I believe that his wife had something to do with it. Yeah. In my own conviction, I believe that his wife had something to do with it. And I would love to, because I'd love to continue doing things that he has done, but I don't want to dead because he dead. I want to dead. So would I get married? Yeah, I will. Maybe one day, yeah, I will.
Oh. Are you in a serious relationship?
Yeah.
Okay, good. As it relates to the station, is there anything you would want to do that you're not doing now to take the station to a different level?
Oh, television segment, you crazy. Television segment of this, I mean, not just the YouTube, but when I started this, interestingly, the dream of the station did not start in Grenada. I was in New York, and I was starting to get bored with New York. Well, who gets bored with New York but me? I started to get bored in New York, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go back home. And Chris Rayburn, who is the owner of Boss FM, and Lester Phillip, who is the owner now of Top FM in St. Andrew. We are buddies. As a matter of fact, Lester was married to Chris's sister, so we were really tight, a really tight group. And I was saying to them, yo, I'm going back home. And they're like, what you going back home and do? What's your story? I'm like, I'm tired of this place here. And then coupled with that, mom was inmate at the Hilarion home in St. Patrick here. So I was kind of like, mom's sick. So if you put it like that.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, guys, I'm gonna go back home. I just can't take this thing anymore. This is too boring for me. So the thing came after a while. What are you going back home and do? What are you going back home and do? And I was like, I don't know, but I'll go back home and do something. And then the radio popped up in my mind. And I'm like, I'll probably go back and do a radio station. And so I spoke to them about it. And then when we started this, I came to them one day and I says, okay, guys, here's what. I need $1,000 to start this thing. So Chris, you give me 100. Lester, you give me 100. I put 100, tabulate, put, do the maths. Almost $1,000 in EC. And I said to them, based on this, you have 1/3, you have 1/3, I have 1/3 in this thing. And that's how it started.
Okay.
And that's how the dream started. And the interesting thing is, and I've said this to people before, that I still believe that they have 1/3, even if they own, based on
Their own station.
what. And that again, I tell people, I've done so much for the media. If I did not share with them that passion, there wouldn't have been a Boss FM and there wouldn't have been a Top FM. Was it not for Andre and the Real FM?
Talking about
Actually, what happened there is the creation of those two came about because we fell out. And we fell out because they both wanted to micromanage. And I'm saying, are you crazy, guys? I'm the one in Grenada. Oh, you micromanage Andre. Are you crazy? So no, the micromanage thing did not take place. And they went on and they're into other things. But I guess the passion I shared with them worked. And now you have Boss FM and Top FM. Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to piggyback on something you said that, and I was going to ask you about mentorship, but you sort of segued into it. And I know you've mentored a lot of people who've gone on to different radio stations, who are on TV or everything. Do you feel like a proud father, or do you just think I'm doing what's in it?
I feel very proud.
Yeah.
Very, very proud. And they say ladies first. So Rikisha St. Louis, Mashonda Cyrus. Mashonda, I'm not too sure what she's doing now, but I know that she furthered her studies along those lines.
Okay.
In the UK, and at one point in time, she was at Sky TV for a period. I'm not too sure if she's still there. So that is my kind of a ultimate. Although Rikisha too, also because Rikisha is in the upper echelons at the Government Information Service, right? I can't say I gave him anything about his musical skills or his speaking patterns, but I did. I was the first person who gave him his first couple of steps on air. Heavy D, he's the one who controls Top FM now. I was the first person who gave him, his first steps on air. And the list can go on and on and on
And
with
you
the
have
number of persons.
Shamika, whose
Jamaica,
birthday
of
is
course,
today.
and she. Oh, but yes, oh my
Yes,
God, yes, and she's at Top FM too. So
yes.
that is that is something. I mean, I feel proud whenever I hear even what's her name, uh, Rena. Rena
Thank you.
Pierre Thomas. Rena Pierre Thomas.
Okay.
The young lady who has the inability, I call it inability because you know how it is. I don't call it,
Mhm.
it's not a disability. No. She,
Yeah.
bloody hell, she drives. So, yeah, Rena, I'll never forget. I was working one morning and Rena called. And Rena was like, everywhere she goes, people, she writes an application and sends it in, and people say, "Oh yeah, you look good qualification wise. Come on." And as soon as they see her, they're like, "Oh no." So I'm like, "Yo, come. I ain't got money to pay you, but come, I'm gonna put something into you." And
Yeah.
she came, and she
Kudos to her.
came. And look at where Rena is today. She's one of the leading reporters at the Grenada Broadcasting Network.
Yeah, I do see her on.
Yeah,
I do see
and
her when there used to be press conference.
yeah. So I
Um,
mean, so Rena too. To me, Rena is one of the biggest achievements. To me, biggest achievements in relation to the media in Grenada. Yeah.
okay. Next question. Am I up to 25 yet? Did anybody realize that I'm like doing this show this morning? And I said to Andrew, let me brush my teeth first. So
No,
my
they
teeth
didn't know
are
that.
brushed, and
Yeah.
I'm really controlling this program
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. You go ahead.
So, who would you say has been the most influential person in your life up to this point? And you don't have to say me. That's okay. It's understood.
My mother,
Why?
because mom believed in me. Mom believed in me. You know, I've as I told you, I've taught, and basically it was mom who got me my first job teaching. I finished school and was just there, and Alistair Bain, and no, it's not the Alistair Bain in St. George's, Alistair Bain in St. Patrick. He's the brother of Joe Gilbert. He was doing a house. I think it was his second project in conference, and I was finished school, not doing anything. And Xander, who drives a bus, um, Xander came one afternoon and say, we call him Aito. Say, Aito say, get ready for work Monday morning. I'm like, what work? He says, man say, get ready for work Monday morning. Okay. So and my sister say, I get a job, man. Get ready for work Monday morning. Put, lunch in bag. Sister help me. Thing, everything pretty. We gone to this construction site. We are renovating a house. It's located opposite where they call the Monarch in Conference. And when I realized that this thing had to do with mixing cement, I said, God have mercy, I did.
Lazy.
That wasn't lazy, just not my kind of thing. Watch, I worked so hard that day. When I got home, I just grumbled to my sister, had a shower, and went to bed. And as far as I'm concerned, as soon as I woke up, not woke up, as soon as as soon as I woke up again, it was like morning. I'm like, oh shucks. How does this happen?
That's how people put food on the table, sir.
Yeah, so I continued there, and on my third week, because you get paid every week. So on the third
That's
week,
wrong.
yeah, I lasted long. On my third week, the Friday afternoon, I got home, and we didn't have telephone. So when I got home, my sister said to me, she says, "Oh, your mother called. She said to give her a call." So I'm like, okay. I went next door to the neighbor, Miss Powell. I went there to get a phone call. And I called mom because mom's working at the Anglican Rectory. So I called, and she says, Miss Ronan wants to see you. I says, Miss Ronan? She says, yeah. I said, oh. And Miss Ronan is the principal of Heinze Junior.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay. So I had to go down the Monday morning. Well, I barely had the shoes because I was not in. No, I was not into that kind of thingy. I was just home. With the shoes I would have had is shoes to go and hang out, not shoes to, as I say, dress shoes like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I went down, and that was it. I started teaching
Okay.
because what's her name? Pat. Her only child, her daughter, is she herself and Tommy Matthew.
Mm-hmm.
They have a child together. She had just gone off to
Yeah, you're
Jamaica.
just saying people business all willy-nilly.
Well, the dog is a child. Nobody can run away from that. Yeah. And she had just gone off to Jamaica. So I replaced her at Heinze School. And I did that teaching thing for 2 years. And then I couldn't take it. It was too much. So I left. Anyway, let's
Yeah,
go.
that was that story. Okay. My next question to you: have you ever made a promise that you've broken and regretted?
Yeah.
Care to share?
You sure you want me to share?
No, well, not necessarily the promise itself or the person, but perhaps the consequences or the fallout that makes you regret.
Well, you see, look at it this way. And I believe I've shared this to you before.
Okay.
Had I stayed on the route that we mapped out, and that was a promise broken, we would have had a talk show long before Oprah Winfrey had one.
Yeah.
Because we were thinking, and when I say we, yourself, Andre,
Yeah.
we were thinking, because you're such great friends, we were thinking along those lines long ago before Harpo.
Right?
Long ago before Harpo.
You're gonna be
You know,
Kayo.
whatever. So that is probably the biggest thing that I regret that didn't happen.
And imagine, I wasn't really thinking of putting you on the spot at all. I too, in the sense, but I've over the years I've learned that the things that you didn't do, you perhaps necessarily didn't have to do it, because I still find purpose and joy in what I do, and I can say the same for you. But it would have been glorious. It
It would have been. It would have been. I mean, we both know that it would have been. And it would have been before Oprah.
Yeah.
It would have been before Oprah. We had that idea long before Oprah.
But
And that is
all
why
the
I
time-
continue to say, some of us are not born in the right part of the world.
Right?
We're not. We're just not. We're just
we were
not.
thinking about clothes. We were thinking about
everything.
about all the podcasts, and so that just sort of whipped out. Had we had the technology at the time, because we were driven, we had the ideas, we had the concept. Had we had the technology, and as you say, we were born in a different part of the world, that would have taken off. We would have been the moguls that people are looking to know.
And there's still another bit to that. Even today, that aside, I listened to Stephen A. Smith on ESPN. And when I was putting on this particular shirt this morning, Stephen A. has a shirt this color.
He looks
that I've
good in it.
seen. Yeah, he looks good. And I've seen him with a shirt about 2 occasions, because they never really wear the same shirt all the time. But I've seen him with a shirt on 2 occasions. So I realized that it's a shirt that he likes. And when I was putting this on this morning, I smiled. And I pattern. People say to me that, you always vex and aggressive on the radio. No. I pattern myself after Stephen A. Smith because his delivery style I love. And it is aggressive, yes, but he gets his message across. He makes sure and gets his message across all the time. And that's what I do.
Andrew, I want to appeal to your, because you said it on your stream, those who are on the stream, because what I can see in the bottom, but it's stuck. It's just Kathleen Knight saying good morning.
That's that. It's stuck there because of me, because I kind of like talking to you. I'm not.
I want to know. Hello.
Okay. Okay. There's somebody saying
I probably
good
have
morning.
fans out there carried away. What? Somebody saying they're missing me? Is that what it is? I lied. I can't read. Good
Yeah,
morning.
Ambassador Smith, good morning. You've been missing for too long.
That is not the case.
Well, I
I've
don't
been
know.
on talking about Wester Hall Community Day, and don't let me get started. Andre, I want a segment here to say that the Wester Hall Community Day is coming off on Saturday, April 19th. Plans are well on the way, and we've just confirmed with SGU and the Ministry of Health. I talked about the health fair. So they're coming.
You're frozen. I don't know why, but you're frozen. And can you unfreeze? Yeah, you guys internet in that part of the world.
Don't move. Yes, we're here.
Yeah, you're
And
back.
I was just saying, we have commitment from SGU. They're really excited about it. We're going to have a screened off tent to do all the screening and testing for blood sugar, BMI, and all these things. But I digress. Going back to you, Andre. Anybody who has a question in the chat that they'd like me to ask Andre, please put it. I am going to work later this morning. I have an appointment, so hence I am here. The next thing I wanted to ask you about, Andre, education in Grenada, generally.
Education in Grenada.
Yeah, for young, primary education in Grenada.
Primary?
What's lacking? What are we doing right, and what have we not caught on to yet?
Primary education in Grenada. And you're talking about primary school, right?
Yes, sorry, yes.
Okay, so primary school education in Grenada is still a cut above. However, what we are finding now is that you have a lot of teachers who are quote unquote qualified.
Okay.
There's a teacher, I'll call his name, Teacher Pinks. And folks in St. Patrick would know him. He had the most beautiful handwriting. And he never went to secondary school. He taught with a school leaving certificate. And sometimes I wonder if he ever had it. He just stayed on and just taught.
Oh, in a good way. Okay.
Yeah, he stayed on and he taught. And his specialty was writing, especially cursive. Oh my God, this guy was brilliant. Now, today, the teachers, they are better qualified. And realize I used the word better qualified. I didn't use the word more qualified. Better qualified than Teacher Pinks. But they're not doing as much as he was doing.
Teaching
that is our problem as it relates to primary school education. And then the other big problem is that governments go, governments come. The whole idea of supplies to the schools, and I'm talking supplies across the board. You still have situations where teachers have to buy chalk. Oh, give me a break.
Wow.
You need to stop that. Teachers have to buy chalk and other little things that teachers need. And then the thing where we have brand name schools. Now, in St. Andrews, if you ain't go to Methodist, or you ain't go to Anglican, or you ain't go to Catholic, you did not go to school.
That still exists. I went to
Yes,
Happy
it
Deal and
does.
everybody see me. Oh, Ambassador, you went to convent? You went to high school?
Exactly.
Can
That is the
anything
thing.
good come out of Bernadette Bailey?
Right.
Oh, that
so
still exists.
so let's push it into the city. If you did not go to GBSS, you did not go on the hill to the convent and to the PBC. You did not go to school.
Yeah.
You
I
did
didn't realize
not go
that
to
still
school.
existed.
And I remember at one time in my period at SAS, we never recognized, and I'm speaking about us in SAS, we never recognized the Grenville Secondary School. As a matter of fact, I struggled now to say Grenville Secondary School because what you say, Lane School, because
So
it's school.
SAS was
Yeah, we just Lane School. Who bothers with Lane School? Nobody bothers, but Lane School has produced in that. I don't know everybody that they produce, but I'm going to break the rules because now this is no holds barred.
Is it?
No, well, yeah, no holds barred. The Honorable Delma Thomas. Don't ask me to mention that again. She went to the Grenville Secondary School, so that is someone I know who went
Okay.
who has achieved, quote
And has
unquote.
excelled. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, but don't ask me to mention the name again because I
And
just
that's
say
okay.
the
I was
lady
not.
whose name I would not mention.
Oh, well,
Go on.
hello. It says I can ask you anything. That was the
Yes.
caveat. You say I can ask
Yeah,
you
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Andre,
Right.
can you please mention that name again? Ha! You said ask you anything.
Delma Thomas.
Thank you very much. So I asked you that question because I often think of the areas that perhaps we're missing in primary school, and I think it has to be a foreign language that must be introduced into the curriculum at the primary school level. Because I mean, the jobs are out there. You don't necessarily have to travel to get out there, but having a second language is essential for people getting into the workforce. But it has to start from primary school. You can't wait until a child gets to secondary school and you say to them, you do, let's say, Spanish or French from 1 to 3, and you can drop it. It should be compulsory. So I'm just putting that out there for those who no,
Well,
somebody's on the call. Antonito. Antonito. I hear you call his name anytime. He's the one that always asks to hulk up the likes. Antonito, tell them hulk up the likes because Ambassador Smith is on today. And
no,
whoever
the
that
persons, the
driver is,
persons who are responsible for the likes is will be people like Chunky McIntyre. He's there somewhere,
okay.
and
How many likes do you have?
Baby Daddy. Chunky McIntyre is from Birch Grove,
Baby Daddy, that's the other one.
and
Antonito,
Baby
Baby
Daddy.
Daddy. Those are
Yeah,
regulars. They take
those,
over
yeah,
from me. But
yeah.
that's okay. I can always pass the baton. How many likes we have, Andrea? I can see.
Oh, likes 119
How many
so far.
people watching?
383.
Is that good or is that bad? Am I reading?
Very good. That's
Okay.
very good.
Just checking.
That's
Hi,
very
Cammy.
good.
Miss Cammy. I got a voice note from her last night, Hi, Miss Cammy.
Oh,
How
you
are you?
did. Well,
I
that's good.
did.
Hey, here's one. Here's something. This would resonate with
Whoa,
you.
shots fired there.
This would resonate with you. Read it again.
I was a student at Grenville Junior Secondary School, first batch. Oh, Grenville Junior Secondary. Who's Grenville Junior Secondary?
That is Grenville Secondary School, GSS. Remember, because
Oh,
it was a
I
junior
thought it was
secondary
a
school.
handle
Yeah,
before.
it was a junior secondary
Oh,
school. So it used to be called Junior Sec at one point in
Junior
time.
Sec.
It
Yeah.
was a
Oh,
junior secondary school, and
I didn't realize.
afterwards, when Bernadette Bailey was named Bernadette Bailey, that school was named, was it Jeremiah Richardson?
Already?
He was a hero in something to do in the revolution too.
Revolutionary time.
So it
Oh,
was
well,
Jeremiah
the
Richardson.
kindred
So
sisters.
that's why I say that would resonate
Okay.
with you.
Okay. And look at us now. And look
Yeah.
at us now, right, Ivor? I'm just saying. Oh, wow.
Hey, stop gloating and do your interview now, girl.
Yes, my interview. Sorry, yes, I do get,
Stop
get
gloating and do your interview. Yeah.
ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da.
Hey, anybody still who wants to jump into the live, just send me your email address and I'll send you the link. It's as easy as that. Yes, I'm back with you. You
Morning,
have my
Joe.
attention.
Don't let me hog the show because let me tell you, I can do that quite easily. Don't let me hog the show. Andre, St. Patrick's, what do you think is needed in St. Patrick's right now that's missing that can up the level of development in St. Patrick's? Apart from me moving there and brightening up the corner where I live.
St. Patrick, what we need is for the people to understand that the people of the North, we are very special. And we have everything that can cause us to really and truly develop into one of the better parishes in Grenada. I mean, there's absolutely nothing. We have two secondary schools. We have about 7 primary schools. We have a host of pre-primary schools. So education-wise, we are good there. We there. I mean, come on. Let me just off the top of my head here. There is at McDonald College. There's a house that has the name Taylor House. All right. Now, I don't remember the gentleman's first name, but he is in St. Patrick. He goes and comes himself and his wife, Mr. Taylor. They go and come. He's retired now. And guess what, Yolan? What were you doing before you came on? What did you do? You told me you had to do something before you came on?
I had to brush my teeth.
What did you use?
As in the toothpaste or toothbrush?
What toothpaste did you use?
Oh, Mint Fresh.
Mint Fresh. It has fluoride in it, right?
It does.
Fluoride is the whitening agent, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Or strengthening.
So, based on information, Mr. Taylor worked with Colgate and developed fluoride, the whitening agent, in toothpaste. Do you understand what I just said? Oh, you've frozen up again. So it means we'd have to give you a couple of moments to unfreeze. I know that statement would have frozen you up. Yeah.
Yes.
Did you hear me?
No, you just said, given that Mr. Taylor, I didn't hear the rest.
The whitening agent in toothpaste for Colgate, he is the one who is responsible for that.
Okay.
So you see what St. Patrick breeds?
Okay.
Today we are laying to rest. One of our legal luminaries. His father was a magistrate, a lawyer, and then into the magistrate office. And he was a magistrate, and he is passed away. Today is the funeral. He was married to Mr. Pierre's sister. So the funeral service is at the Catholic Church today. Okay. Now that is something to be, not his death, but the fact that we had someone like that, and it wasn't just one; it was his father and then him. Do you understand? So
living among you,
right? So we have a lot of talent, and the older folks will tell you that 3/4 of the people living in St. George's and having jobs in different places and whatever and what have you not, they are from St. Patrick.
So there is a St. Patrick's Development Community Committee, and I've heard an ad on your radio all months long. So what are they doing to bring life to these things? Is it just a committee that just meets and they put on things once a year and you don't hear anything else? Is there anything in their mandate that brings longevity or so? You used to be part of it. I'm not sure if you are now. So it's not an indictment against you. I just want to know how effective such a committee is and what they can do better. If it's too touchy, you don't have to.
I believe it is.
Okay.
And I choose not to not to comment on the whole thing. I choose not to comment on the whole thing. It's too touchy, and it's too touchy from political end.
Got you.
And it's better me not say anything on that at this time.
Got you. What are your thoughts on, I can't even say unification in CARICOM? Jesus, maybe I should.
No. Tell no one you spoke to him today.
I want everybody to know I spoke to him today. I actually spoke to him before I brushed my teeth, and I just.
Okay. I thought you were calling me that.
No, you're not, Jesus. I I spoke to his father. So there is a
Okay.
father and a son.
Oh,
And I
okay.
spoke
Okay.
to
I
his
got you.
father this morning.
Mhm.
I know you mentioned scared because you were talking about if somebody was Dominican and so. Oh Jesus! I want to talk about regionalization and what's lacking within CARICOM right now. CARICOM has leadership on the world stage, but I'm not sure if it translates to leadership at home. I'm not sure if the gelling is gelling. What are your thoughts on CARICOM as a union in this current dispensation?
All right. The first thing that CARICOM needs to do is to stop procrastinating. That's the first thing that they need to do.
In specific areas or in
Yeah.
general?
What they do is that every 6 months they have this charade of, oh, we need to change our leader and leader of CARICOM now. That is a whole load of hogwash.
But it's part
What
of
they should have is the leaders come together and decide who is going to be the leader and the leader for the next 2 years. And not just a country, but a person.
Oh,
That is
interesting.
what has to happen. Not just the country, not just Grenada is the head of CARICOM. Give me a break. Barbados is the head of CARICOM. Oh, shut it.
But then if you think about it, there's a CARICOM secretariat and we have a secretary general that is the leader, well, the titular
Let me
leader
tell
of
you something. That
CARICOM.
you see, the Secretary General of CARICOM, where is he? What's his name?
She.
Okay, there you go. There you
I
go.
know.
I need not say anything more.
It is frightening. It frightens me, Dr. Clara Barnett, and I think she's probably coming up
Where's she from?
next year. She is from Belize.
There you go.
Yes.
Listen. Let me ask you a question here.
Mm-hmm.
From Barbados, I may know something about Barbados, and I'm speaking here now to the integration of CARICOM. Yeah, I may know something of Barbados. When I hear scared, I know these people and them coming to Dominica. Jean-Pierre, I'm talking St. Lucia. Here we go. Gonzales, I saying, yo, them people planting ganja in St. Vincent. Do you understand? Belize, what can I say? I can't say anything. I don't
They just
know.
had elections last week, and they.
There you go. I don't know, and it's not because I don't want to know, but the integration is so not happening.
Mm-hmm.
It is so not happening. Why is it that Jamaica,
Yolan Smith for CARICOM Secretary General in 2026?
Do I support that? No.
Why not?
Is the same thing is going to happen?
No, it would not.
Yeah, it will happen.
It would not.
If you tell me, okay, Yolan Smith for Prime Minister, that is going to influence something more than the CARICOM Secretary General. That job is just a robust. That is like being a Governor General.
But no, and that's what
That is like being a Governor
that
General.
has to change. And it wasn't always so. It was not always so. It wasn't always so. But going back to just within the realm of the heads of governments and heads of CARICOM and the rotation period every 6 months sort of thing. I know there's a quasi cabinet and people are given portfolios and portfolios are carried through. And that to me, I have a problem with. Because I'm not sure. For a long time, Grenada's portfolio was technology and something, but I'm sure that had to do with whoever that prime minister was, their passion and their focus, as well as, oh my God, I'm just seeing names.
No. I did that.
Okay. No, I'm seeing my living room and realize it's not all that grand, and I probably should have positioned myself different. But anyway, and that I think need to be revisited. That the portfolios need to be revisited and paired with what's going on in your country where you can take leadership. Because I'm not sure Grenada at this point can take leadership for the portfolio they have, or Barbados at this time. And I'm not saying it's not right, but in general, that need to be revisited because PM Keith Mitchell had technology for many, many, many years because he was that prime minister that was there and that was his focus. But St. Lucia has changed over the time. Jamaica has changed, but the portfolios haven't changed. So
And
these are
that's
the
a problem. So I'm saying
yes.
the whole aspect of integration doesn't exist within CARICOM. And
And
I
that
mean,
free movement of people that they keep talking about that hasn't
please.
really taken full effect. But we're doing everything else. You have a mandate, you had a time frame. We miss it every time, we gloss over it every time, and everybody go about doing their business. I think it
My
has to be at the secretariat.
my thing on that. Let me turn up in. I'll put it this way, and this is no disrespect. Let me turn up in Jukutu St. Vincent. Let me turn up in St. Vincent, and the amount of questions that ask me, and we talking free movement of people.
People, yeah.
And dig this. Here is one that is so rather alarming. We have, and that's why I mentioned free movement of people. All them fellas and them who doing the ganja trade, they have free movement, you know.
Before
But
movement
me,
was free.
the free movement, but me who doing so and going legally into St. Vincent, they want to crucify me, but they can't catch the man with the ganja.
Andrew, what time of the day it is at this point? Does anybody know? Ladies and gentlemen, it's 8:37 in the morning. We'll take a commercial break and we'll be right back. Whoa, I like this.
In just 29 seconds, you can say goodbye to paper bills forever. Seriously, in 29 seconds. That's less time than this ad. Head over to discoverflow.co or visit us in-store and update your contact information now. By October 1st, your bills will be digital, easy to access, secure, and hassle-free. So what are you waiting for? This ad still has 2 seconds left, and you could have already gone paperless.
Grenada, get ready for this as the St. Patrick's Organization for Development presents the St. Patrick's Day Fiesta celebration. From Friday, March 14th to Sunday, March 30th. Friday, March 14th, Street Vibes at Rusty Rose Bar, downtown Sates. Sunday, 16 March, church service at the St. Patrick's Roman Catholic Church. Friday, March 21st, bonfire inside Montreat St. Patrick's. Saturday, March 22nd, it's Soca Karaoke at Diddy's Bar opposite the Fun Playing Field. Sunday, 23rd March, Mountain Jam, Celeste Mountain Road. Thursday, 27 March, Health Walk from River Sally to Sates Bus Terminal. Friday, March 28th, it's the Calico United After Work Live, downtown Sates at Calico's parking lot. Saturday, March 29th, it's a Sailing Festival and Food Fest at the Breakwater Beach, downtown Sates and Main Street Sates. And on Sunday, March 30th, it's the final Street Fiesta on the streets of Sates. So mark these dates down on your calendar. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The St. Patrick's Day Fiesta celebrations is on Friday, March 14th to Sunday, March 30th. See you there.
In Grenada, we supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Grenada. Are you looking for locally made jewelries, bags, arts and crafts, paintings, vegetables, food, and much more? Then come on down on Saturday, March 29th to the GIDC SIAP Expo from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Camahan Park, Grandin, St. George. It will be an all-day event with fun activities for the kids, face painting, bouncy castle, live band, and local artists. Come out and support our entrepreneurs. View it, like it, buy it. Support local.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It is real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com. Tuesday indeed, with a difference. Yeah, this Tuesday is definitely a Tuesday with a difference, where we have a different host to the program.
And Andrew, I don't know why you were the one that came in. I should have been the one coming in to say, welcome back. We're listening to Real Expressions and Tuesday with a Difference. We're glad you're able to join us, whether you're listening on terrestrial radio, you're looking at us via YouTube, however you're getting this, program. We're happy that you're here with us this morning. Andrew, I could do this. You didn't ask me a question, but if there's something else I can do,
I'm not supposed to ask you a question.
So let me tell the listeners, if there's something else I can do outside of what I'm doing in this whole fancy diplomatic scene, let me just, Joan Henry, you're still on the screen because it's there. Thank you so very much. Keep watching it. I don't even know if I have a copy of it. Gemma James, good morning, Ambassador. Good morning. Yeah, if I couldn't do what I'm doing, I would definitely be a radio host or some sort of podcast host or an interior designer. So I'm just putting that out there.
Go back to Gemma James.
Oh, Gemma James. Good morning, Mr. Donald, Ambassador and Real FM family. I'm really enjoying this program this morning. Questions from Ambassador Smith. Would you one day consider frontline? Yes, I will. That's a nice short answer. Andrew, it doesn't look me in that tone of voice. I will. I have. I could. I do. I just made it really exciting. I wanted to say one thing because I don't think I've said it publicly. I've texted her to say congratulations to Leader of His Majesty's Opposition, Mrs. Emmeline Pear. I did text her when she became leader of the
You and your freeze up again. I don't know why don't you
National
get
Party. I became opposition leader, but I want to publicly say good morning to her and just to congratulate her on that. When I see women elevated, I am happy.
Why this? Look at this screen.
Why what?
Look at this screen. So read it out loud.
A bias?
That's what the person's trying to say. I'm trying to figure out.
Melinda Campbell, I'm biased. Oh, I don't know.
Explain. You might want to ask.
No, I think if somebody's making such a bold statement, they would want to elaborate because
that's why you're saying. I'm saying to you, ask them to explain.
Oh no, I'm not going to ask her to explain. I'm thinking if the person wants to just make an indictment, then they can. If they want to say, then it's a free medium. And there's something I want to say as well. I live in the moment, and then after my mind go back on things that were said, or thoughts I had. And I remember we were talking the other day, and I'd said that Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell has acknowledged the fact that where I am now, it's a high position for a Grenadian in an international multilateral organization. But I don't think in that moment I said thank you to Dr. Keith Mitchell, who has given me the opportunity to rise from different rungs of the ladder to where I am today. And I don't think I've said it publicly. I may have said it, but I should have said it in that same context as well, because I didn't just arrive at the OAS. He gave me the opportunity to shine from different missions, and I was seen through those roles that I had the opportunity to perform. And I want to just say that it doesn't matter what people think about Dr. Mitchell, his ideologies and things like that. One thing I can say, he is consistent. He really believes in nurturing and grooming, and he always believes in giving women a chance, and not just women for women's sake, but people. If he sees talent, if he sees your ability, he would always give you that opportunity. So I want to say thank you here, and I digress a little, but I want to say I cheated over the break, Andre. I asked AI, who's not using AI now, they're out at the runnings. I asked AI, morning BJ, neighbor. I listen all the time. And I just want to say the commercial break was kind of long, but I like it because sometimes I get a chance to show, I get a chance to do things. If I'm really interested in the program and I don't want to miss anything, I wait for the commercial break. So Andre, I cheated. I said, give me 4 questions that I can ask someone in a fun interview. Now, the first one it asked me, but I'm going to change it up. I don't want just, plain old AI, but I wanted the prompt. If you could have dinner with someone who
Oh, you're gone again. You're gone again. Nice,
who would it
nasty
be and
internet.
why? Because if you can have dinner tonight with someone, who would it be?
Tonight,
Roland Mitchell Charles. Ooh, do I know?
Michi.
Oh, Michi.
I think it's him.
Yes, Michi.
Yeah.
We did go to primary school together.
Oh, he's asking. He's asking to give him a
I
call.
see. Yeah. I think I have his number. I will.
If I had,
If you could have dinner tonight, who would it be and why?
Does it have to be okay? So, should I give you the person who's at the top of the list, whether they're dead or alive?
Yes.
My mother.
Why?
Because she's my mother. Because I love her dearly, and you've met her. I think, well, not I think you've met her, and you know how close. Yeah, I almost said I think.
Good daughter-in-law. What are you talking about?
But my mother, you know how close I was to my mother. My biggest regret in terms of mom is that she was never able to see this, because when I started the radio, she had already passed, so she never got to see this, and I knew she'd have been. Well, she was a happy lady that I was alive, but she'd have been so very happy that I was able to do something like this.
Yeah.
So, if I had the chance to take one person to dinner tonight, it'll be Agnes Donald, AD, just like Andre Donald, AD. Careful now.
You're CD.
Oh gosh, shut it. Yeah, call Andre Clement Donald. Why don't you stop thinking like that? You continue to freeze up.
Yeah, it just keeps dipping in and out. So don't fret, people. Don't fret. I'm here. Skull and walk, but I'm here.
Check this out. Check that out.
Boy.
Not me. I didn't say that. I didn't say it.
You didn't say it, and I ain't reading it.
Yeah, we ain't reading it. We just keeping it moving, yeah?
Look, somebody will have to challenge St. Davis. Are you crazy?
I know.
What's the most unusual or surprising thing you've ever eaten, and would you eat it again? Ooh. Morning,
The most
Fergie.
surprising thing I've ever eaten, and would I eat it again? Squid. And that was in China.
Squid as in scuttle?
The squid is in the
Scuttle,
tentacles.
little
Yeah,
thing like a sea cat. Scuttle.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And when I ate it, I was not supposed to eat it. So I
Why?
ate it because I'm allergic to things like that.
Oh.
And I decided, you know what, I'm going to eat it. So it did surprise me because next thing I knew, because there's one of those banquets in China, almost every evening you have a banquet with this person and that person and whatever. And then I realized that I was starting to swell. Uh-huh.
In
And
all the right places.
somebody's saying squid is nice. Eh? Check that
Oh
out. Squid is nice. So in any event, as I started to swell and to scratch, so I turned to the translator and I said, "Look, this is what's happening." And they was like, "Well, what is causing that?" And I said, "The squid. I was not supposed to eat it." And they were frantic. As a matter of fact, there was a hospital about a block away, and they wanted to take me to the hospital. I'm like, no, 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 no. Here's what. Just give me water. They gave me a whole case of water. They gave me a whole case of water.
And
And I
flush
went,
out.
I went to my room and I just lied there and I was just drinking water. And they were coming like every 10 minutes to make sure that I was okay. And then the water, of course, did what it had to do. Would I eat it again? No.
Okay. So, if you were a superhero, what would be a superpower, and what would be a superhero name? Ooh, you see,
The St. Patrick's guy. The St. Patrick's guy with the muscles.
That sounds more boring than Dr. Dubosco. I could be a good comedian.
Or if you want another name, I can go by the name of Amerindian Joe. How's that one? No? Oh, you're frozen again. There you go. You
I
there?
missed it. Yes.
Amerindian,
Yes, I'm here.
Amerindian Joe. Does that work?
Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah, but what would your superpower be?
To change people's lives positively.
Oh, I was just about to say that now is loaded. Okay.
Positively.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. What's a quirky talent or hobby you have that most people don't know about? Ooh, let's spill the tea.
Hobby or talent? Which is
Quirky. Can't just be ordinary, like, oh, I like to plant. BJ does that. So something that's quirky.
oh.
Something that you do in the closet, perhaps. Just checking.
Talent.
Uh-huh.
I like to binge watch. Is that a talent? That must be a talent.
It's a hobby. It's a hobby.
So, I like to binge watch. I can sit in front of the television. If I have a wife, and I decide, okay, fine, today is my day to chill and not to do anything, and wife was to agree with that, I'll sit in front of the television for the entire day. Don't move a muscle, not even get up to eat.
Okay.
I could handle that. I could just sit in front of the television and just look, especially those series that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons.
Yeah.
And I can blow that in a day. Long as there's time in the day, I'll blow that. Bam!
Interesting.
I could do that. And that's kind of quirky.
Mindless TV watching.
Yeah, that's kind of quirky too. I wouldn't call it a talent, but it's a hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't call it a talent, but it's a hobby. You see what's up on the screen?
Woohoo! The time will come. The time will come. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
If you could instantly become an expert in any field or a skill, what would you choose?
Media.
Media?
Mm-hmm.
Aren't you an expert already? Aren't you
No.
in the field?
I'm in the field, but I'm not an expert.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm in the
Fair
field.
enough.
I have years and years. What? This year is 35 years in the media.
And you're not an expert, Andrew? When would you become an expert?
Oh, when I stop.
Okay, just checking.
When I stop. Yeah.
There's always room for improvement.
Yeah, when I stop.
Okay. What's the most embarrassing fashion choice you've ever made? And do you have a photo to prove it?
No, I don't.
And you don't? I
don't.
was just about to say, then you have to show people tomorrow.
No,
find the
I
photos?
don't.
No?
I don't.
What do you mean, you
Because
dress impeccably all the time?
not impeccably all the time, but I oh my hair.
Andre don't have much.
Yeah, I don't have it now. I don't have that hair now. I don't have hair now. But there's a girl called Irma Dubois. She's somewhere in the U.S. Irma is the only girl I know, or the only person I know in the world who her mother I think was in the U.S. and filed for her. But before Irma went to the U.S., she was a Yankee in all facets. The dress, the hairstyles, the speech. You couldn't beat Irma there. She's still right younger than to American on all of us.
Oh, you said sorry, and I just want your listeners to know Miss Jacob. She isn't doing too well, so pray for
Uh-oh.
her. Yes, yes,
Where
yes.
is she? Where is she?
To her sister. She's in the hospital. She was in ICU on Sunday.
Okay.
Because of course the Wester Hall Community Group we were meeting, and her
Mhm.
sister Tanti Rose, who lives here in Maryland, was saying she can, if you touch her hand and so she responds, she can see you and so, but she was in a little low.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
keep her in your prayers.
So my thing would have been Jericho's. I used to Jericho.
I think I knew.
And
Oh,
I
maybe
mean,
I can find a
this is just one of the hairstyles that I did. I did
maybe I
Jericho,
can find a picture.
and then there's one time, and this is the craziest thing. Yeah, this is the craziest thing. Now, Troy Garvey used to braid his hair and put braids and stuff like that, and that was fine. So one day, Andre decided that he was going to braid his hair. So my son's mom did the braids for me. When I get to work, Jenny telling me I can't do that. I said, "What do you mean I can't do that? I try doing that every day." Well, no, you have to understand that. I'm like, what the heck is this? You see discrimination? That's what I've been talking about. Troy could do it, but I couldn't. That
That's
was so
because
sad.
well, look, I wouldn't say why, because I was saying because it was his natural. Andre, you were
What?
putting on. I don't know. I'm just
That
saying.
was his
I'm trying
natural.
to
He was,
justify this whole
man,
thing.
justify that. What?
So
Schoolboy?
last question before your viewership get fed up of me and
No.
to take your program back to where it needs to be. So the last question would be, if you can be teleported to any country right now, technology can just get you there, where would it be and what would you do? Ooh, there's somebody in a TV behind me. I don't know who she is. You see, Andre, I watch you on the big screen. Imagine that. On the big screen is where I watch you. Andre, did you hear my question, or am I here alone? Oops. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if we lost Andre, if I got lost, but you're listening to Real Expression.
Okay. You're there.
I'm there.
Yeah.
I
Talk to
wasn't
me.
sure. Did you hear my
Yeah.
question?
No, I didn't.
So my question was, if you could be teleported to any country at this present moment, where would it be and what would you do when you get there?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'll answer the question. If I could be teleported to a country, it would be Thailand, and I will eat my way from the airport to the mountain and back.
Yeah,
That's on my
okay.
bucket list.
Then you'll just look like Snuffleupagus.
Well, that one be kind of new-ish.
No, I would not want to be teleported to anywhere else but Grenada.
Andrew,
That's
that's
why
not
I
like a
said no.
future question. Stop it.
Well, I ain't go,
That's like a
let me
answer.
okay,
That's not
okay.
future
Let me give you this. I will not stir the oil long.
Ooh. Well, you could even go in Trinidad and stroll. You don't have to go far.
Could you? Well, and you know, as you say that there, listen to this. This is the funniest thing ever. This is the funniest thing ever. A couple of years ago, Tommy Matthew and I, we used to write. We still write or die, but he's not in Grenada.
Mm-hmm.
And when it came to Carnival, Tommy would ride with me, or I will ride with him, because we always because him being the what you call it, the cultural director, he had a special position on the carnival committee and everything. So we do everything. I'll go down to do my job, which is broadcast, and he's down to do his job as directing carnival and everything like that. And one afternoon, we are going down to the Queen show. We get to Maran, and the two ladies who stretch hand out looking for a ride. So we gave them a ride. When we got to Perseverance and talking to the ladies, one of the ladies was the representative for St. John, Miss St. John, going to take part in the Queen show. We could not believe that. Imagine. This is how we were. I hope we've changed.
Who was a sponsor or?
I don't know. We don't know. Our thing was just like, so Tommy was driving. Or was it? No, I was, yeah, that was back in the day. I was driving. So Tommy looked at me. I looked at him and he said, step. So I stepped on it to get her there as quickly as possible. Do you understand? I don't remember her name, but she was, we picked them up, herself and her chaperone. We picked them up in Maran. Say again?
And you probably brought bad luck.
No, I didn't bring bad luck. She didn't come last.
Whoa.
I don't believe she came last. I don't know. I don't think she came last. So I didn't bring bad luck. Are you crazy?
Morning, Shamika. Shamika is listening. Now she wants to go to Thailand. Look, your view, even people on radio listening to you. Andrew, this was fun. We should do it more often. Well, I guess only if your viewers want it to happen. But like I say, I come to your rescue all the time. I don't get thanks or anything like that.
What does Yolan Smith, Julian All, and Callistra Faria all have in common?
Callistra Faria?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know.
Ask a question.
We're beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know if Julian love broadcasts and media. Callistra and I do. I don't know if Callistra was a queen contestant. Julian.
There you go.
I know. It's just I didn't know.
Yeah, all three of you are carnival.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very, isn't it?
I didn't know that about Callistra, but I knew about Julian. Okay, Andre. So if somebody would want to pigeonhole you and say you have a type, what would your type be?
Type in terms of females?
Female, yes. Ooh, there's something going on out here.
In terms of females, my type would be females who like the spotlight.
Really?
Yeah, and I'll help them maintain that.
Oh wow! Oh, so you're like Mr. What? That you can help them maintain.
I will, whatever I can do to help them maintain, to stay in the spotlight, I will, because I like to see my woman, if I can call her my lady, there with the best. So be in the spotlight. I'm gonna back you. If you have to stand on my shoulders in order to be in the spotlight, then stand on my shoulders. Just don't fart. That's all. Kill my head.
Oh my goodness. Andre, you're not telling people the time in case then you pass the news.
I am not. We did pass the news. You the one who in charge. You ain't say nothing about the news. The news gone.
The news is gone.
You said you were in charge. You said you were in charge. So so the news is gone.
You can't just leave rookies in charge.
You said you were in charge. So you're still in charge. The program on Tuesdays ends at 10 o'clock.
So there we go. Guys, you're listening to Real Expressions on Real FM Grenada 91.9, 91.5. This is Tuesdays with a Difference. You're here with Andre Donald and Yolan Smith, the dynamic duo. We've been doing this for a long time. I'm sure you can tell the chemistry. If you like this programming, please like, share, subscribe, hulk up the likes, And you will get this perhaps, on a regular basis. Not every Tuesday, I can't promise that. But if you like this content, like my granddaughter would say, like, share, subscribe.
You have grandchildren? Wow.
I do. Raina turned 6 on the 18th. That was last Tuesday. Madison is 9. I am a Gigi. Well, a glamma. You can't call me grandma. I'm a glamma. I'm too glamorous to be called a grandma.
Pay attention to your screen.
Good. So that's one. Andre, you need to put up a survey. Vernal Charles? Oh,
Yeah,
Mr. Let's put a Mr. Let's put a handle to Vernal, please.
Vernal's in Texas.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. That's my stomping ground over there.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Good old Tejas. Yeah. Yes, I do have grandchildren, and I do story time with Miss Yolande. I am coming to do a special story time with the children of the Queen Elizabeth home in Tempe on Easter Sunday. I'll be there. I'll be doing an Easter egg hunt for them, doing the little goodie baskets, and reading live story time with Miss Yolande. Let me just tell you. Shamika, you cannot call me. I'm on air. What? Shamika McDonald, I'm on air. Do not be rude, please, to Andre Donald.
She's trying to send you a message.
He is your mentor, and I'm gonna put your face on the screen so everybody can see you laughing.
What's up, girl? What's up?
What's up, girl? What's up? This is live. This is dynamic. Are you finished your radio program for the morning? No. Oh, good morning. Good morning, Mr. Boson.
Let me see him. Let me see him.
They want to see you. They want to see you. Come, hold on.
Yo, Tony, what's up, guy? What's up, guy? How you doing? Tony, you driving? Are you driving, Tony?
No, he's not driving.
Oh, what's that? I always listen to you. I know you can't stop. You're addicted. Of course we tight. As they say, we tight like Chinese man draws.
Oh my God, I love it.
Hey. What? Okay, well, all right. I'll catch up with you, Tony. Take care. All right, good.
Oh, this is so good.
Yeah.
This is
it is not an easy thing to bring out Anthony Boson. When I say bring him out to have him on thing like that, it's not an easy thing to do. That's not easy at all. That is Anthony Boson. He's special.
Did you notice the light? I did not put on a light, but did you notice the sun has risen? Well, indeed he has. But you see, my background has gotten brighter. When I called you, it was still dark outside. Now there's a lot of activities going on out there. And outside of brushing my teeth, that was it.
Here's a message from Vernal.
Okay. I know places like Prosper and McKinney on the outskirts of Dallas. Don't test me, sir.
I've been to Texas.
Prosper, McKinney, Salina.
I don't even remember the address where I was, but I've been to Texas with a good friend of mine's, mentor too. One of the most intelligent persons from the village of Madays, Dr. Raul Filbert. Mm-hmm. Brilliant guy.
We do have a lot of Grenadians active in Houston.
Yeah.
There's an associate, Ryan, your friend Ryan Pariag.
Well, yeah. As a matter of fact, the Ryan, I spoke to Ryan one day when I was in Texas. I was in Dallas.
Okay.
Was it Dallas? Yeah. And I spoke to Carl Ryan, spoke to him, told him I was in a parking lot in Dallas, and he's like, wow, that's like 3.5 hours away. So we couldn't hook up. And would you believe, not very long after that, maybe about a week after that or less, Ryan was in hospital.
Yeah. He's doing so much better.
Yeah, he's doing, Ryan is a champion.
Yeah.
Here's a message for you.
Okay. I'm not sure if I know it, but maybe I do. If it's,
here's another one.
Okay, there you go. So it's close to the airport-ish, Grapevine.
But let me say, I always save the best for last, and this one is for me. check this out.
Oh,
Karen wants me to go to Dubai.
I'm with it. He didn't say if you could teleport
Okay, it's a good thing you freeze this so nobody can know.
with a friend to a place.
No friend. Karen and I are going to Dubai.
Oh, third wheel. Sorry, please excuse me.
No,
I was out of line and out
yeah,
of place.
you're out of place. Okay, here's this. Gemma James is saying this.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you all do so and slight Real FM just like that. You see, Real FM is the bomb.
Sure that we're somewhere. Andrew, this is dynamic media. We can be one place, we get one thing, and we hook up, and we're there as a group. You know, you have us on the podcast. I'm just saying, these things can happen. I am so delighted to see Anthony Boston. Last time I was home, I tried to, but my schedule was just really, really kind of busy. This time I'm coming for Easter. I'm going to give myself sort of a week because I'm coming to Saraka. Hey, Andre, we have a date. Saraka.
No.
Oh, we don't? Oh,
no.
Well, I'll be
Warriors,
going
you see, you reneged. That's the promise you broke because you're supposed to do a whole Saraka thing at your spot. So don't even go into it.
I did not renege. Pat, Carl, I said the place was there. I do not renege on promises. There promises are reneged, but that's one of them.
Can I be devastating?
You can.
I can? You just called two persons here who just that's it. I say no more.
Okay. Good morning.
Maria Marcel, I think she's somewhere in Texas also.
Okay. Well, I'll have to make an announcement then and say where I am. And we all meet up and teleport into Real FM, whatever day it is. Not Political Wednesdays, people.
Nah, forget that. Tuesday with the difference, definitely, because today's definitely different.
Today's our version of anything goes.
No, that's sacrilege. Don't do that.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I should stop talking. Andrew, take over the show, please.
No.
The wheel.
No.
Hardly a bung away.
No.
I call people name. I call thing names. I don't know what they're doing.
I'm waiting on you.
The time.
Yeah, Freezy again. She was just gonna say that the time is 9:13. Yeah, but Freezy, don't pay for internet. Kind of freeze up again.
I think it is because I'm using my work laptop and it's, it has all these firewalls and boundaries and things.
Did you hear what I said?
No.
Freezy, don't pay for internet.
But what I'm saying, I didn't hear you, but I was trying to explain myself because I noticed it, and I think it's because there are a lot of firewalls and a lot of things that I think probably doing that. My personal laptop, I haven't put it on for a long time, and I didn't want to do my iPad because I wouldn't get a good.
Speaking of iPads, yeah?
Andre, we're not speaking about iPad. I am not speaking about. I was saying that it is 9:14 a.m. Those of you who need to go to work for 9 o'clock, you're late. Those of you who are listening while you're on the job, do it quietly. We're glad to have you. And those of you who are watching, I hope you're getting my better side. And
there you go. There's a message again from Vernal.
Lord Bungie, cring. What was it again? How you call the dial-up internet? The modem. Yes. Oh gee, I lived through that time, and if I have to go back there, I wouldn't mind. I keep saying,
let me. I have a message to give to Roland Mitchell Charles.
Yes, Mitchie.
And don't read this, yeah? Don't read it out aloud. I'm just gonna say, Roland Mitchell Charles says, Mr. Andre, I think you have my number. If yes, you can please give it to Miss Smith. Please, thank you. Hey, if you want Miss Smith to get in contact with you, put the number in the chat there.
Sir.
Put the number in the chat.
Put it there.
Yeah, put it there. The hell wrong with you? I dare to carry number for you. Was it
Tell me you're
crazy?
not pouring no boat.
I ain't know no boat for nobody, boy. What's wrong
Tell
with
him
you?
Neil must be old boat for him in primary school, but you ain't or no.
Hey, speak. I'm not supposed to ask question, but just thinking about loud. I'm thinking about
Mitch,
Neil.
I have him. Tell him if I text him now, if he get the thing, say yeah.
No, well, he should think. I'm just thinking about Neil. That's not a question, eh?
No.
I'm just thinking about Neil.
What about Neil?
I don't know.
What he have in the garden?
That's a good one. Here's something from a guy.
Uh-huh.
Look at it.
Oh gosh. I could and just take over the whole thing. Just so. That's true. I can set my Tuesday mornings that I don't have meetings, dedicate this 2 hours. You have a point there, Nimrod.
Nimrod. Let me tell you something. Eh?
Point well taken.
I used to be thinking that Nimrod was a brilliant guy. I used to think that. I don't share that view anymore.
You
Oh
don't?
boy, no, I don't. After a statement like that, you think I'm going to share that view?
I
Are you
still
crazy?
share the view. Nimrod, how are you? How's Rodney? Let me
Look
ask.
at that.
Ask.
Look
Rodney
at
have
that.
his own social media at this point.
Look at that message.
Thank you.
Oh
Thank you
please,
very much.
stupid.
Well, yeah. I'm doing it because I was just about to say, do I want to get paid? And I'm like, no, I don't want to get paid. I love doing this. I tell you guys, when I get, when this diplomatic thing is over and I'm not, this is my next job. This is it.
All right, I'm gonna show you a message. Here's the next message. And his number is personal. Well, okay, well, keep your personal
Keep
number.
your personal number.
Hey, yeah, you see your number personally. Though. Hey, what's wrong with this guy? Anyway, can I make a statement and expect you to respond? I hope you can.
Okay.
Youth for and in development.
Yeah. That's the birth of this whole thing. I bit.
Can you name some person? Can you name some persons who are part of that program?
Andre Donald, Yolan Smith, Ray Goddard. Did Emmeline come on at some point? Yes.
Yep.
Emmeline Pear.
Mm-hmm.
Did we have
Vivek, Jenny Vivek?
Alban Ferguson, Jenny, yeah.
No, Alban, no. Alban
never did. He was
no.
youth council.
Nobody. There's this young chappie. He worked at GBN. David Moraine. Remember the little guy with the glasses? Thick lens glasses. He was not a feature, but he was just on the technical side.
Okay, maybe. Boy,
Yeah.
I did like to run my mouth from day one.
There was Reese Sam.
Mm-hmm.
And there was the Dubois lady from Victoria. I forgot her first name. Yeah, she was a Dubois. Oh boy, forgot her first
Didn't we have
name.
Yvette Yvonne? No, that was youth council. So Roland Glean, who I had dinner with, Dr. Randy Glean. I had dinner with him on Tuesday night. He's the provost at that university.
Okay.
Western Illinois University. So he was youth council, but I'm kind of conflating the two things. But the radio was Ray, Andre, Yolan, Emmeline.
Check this out. You like this one?
Oh, for once.
Yeah, for once.
Pick anything.
Yeah. You ain't picking flowers today. And you're not looking at mango in the tree.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, Rodney's early
I do
today.
try to stay in touch with everything Grenadian. Most times I don't always, get involved, but I like to get my morning fix. I like to know what's going on. I don't always agree with everything, but I think one thing I appreciate about the station is the wealth of information, the breadth, the length, and the depth of everything. Each morning, the different programs that appeal to different people, but I listen.
Your favorite? What's your favorite?
What's my favorite?
Mm-hmm.
I think I like agriculture. I like Thursdays because I like to hear BJ. I do like to hear BJ. And I think because it's a niche, so like you probably can get a piece of all the other programs somewhere else. But I think because it's a niche program, I like to listen to it. And I wish both administrations, I think they missed opportunities to come on there and really boost, the agriculture. Well, I can't say the agriculture product, but just agriculture, and to get people more involved, more interested, to hear people's plight as well, and to make arrangements to address some of the situations. I think is a big
I
missed opportunity. And even if they're listening, then I hope they're taking information, even if they don't want to be part of it. But I think they should be part of it, and it's not political. So it's an opportunity for the current administration to get on that program, because nobody else does the program.
Well, you know what is really interesting. Very early, maybe within the first couple of weeks, it wasn't even a month yet, I was able to get Senator Adrian Thomas, who was then the Minister for Agriculture, because I got his number from a mutual friend, and he was on. And I did say to him, hey, the program is open. Organize your people and let your people be part of the program. Well, I guess because Andre, differs to them in terms of views, they decided not to take, up the challenge, you might call it, or the opportunity is a better word there. And it's a pity. Why it is a pity is because if they would do so and try to understand Andre, then they would realize that it's better for them to be on Andre's program than not to be.
And I think it's a big miss, because we think about politics in such a tribal way that we're really missing the big picture. Because when you're an administration and you're in power, you're for everybody, and you have to be seen that way. Your alliance is totally different from your ability to govern, your ability to manage, and for people to hold you accountable. And that's what politics is about, really. We try to narrow politics into what it is today, that sort of tribal, you against me, yellow against green, red against black. But really and truly, like tourism, politics is everybody's business. And the only way you can govern effectively is when you know what everybody's needs are and you're able to meet them. So outside of that, you're really not governing. You're trying to rule, or you're trying to dictate, or you're just trying to do your own thing. And governing really is about understanding the base. And if you don't have that, then you really...
Here's a message for you. Read it. Read it out loud.
The guy says he likes St. Patrick's people, yet he's saying, I'm not... Oh! He's from St. Patrick's?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Father.
people are not people.
Father.
Oh, well, look at that. Well, he ain't smart in truth. Poor thing.
Yeah,
Poor thing.
And he want to fire me from the Tuesdays. You understand? I can get him and you guys can make a team and have the Tuesday morning. But Tuesday, it is definitely then Tuesday the difference. I just stay in the background and view.
Yeah, exactly. No, you is one I say wasn't smart in it, because the man have people that know people.
Yeah.
So we can do this. I will take a partnership with anybody.
There you go.
Thank you. Yeah, I can take a partnership with anybody. But
you have to fix that internet. That's what you have to do. This kind of sticking thing. You have to fix that thing. Oh no. Our internet just keeps sticking. In America, internet sticking like that. Oh my God. You sure you're not in... Where are you? Are you sure you're not in Ecuador or someplace like that?
Whoa, shots fired. I do have an office in Ecuador, but I'm not there this morning. I am in good old Washington.
Oh, yeah, right.
I'm probably just down the street from the place, so perhaps.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So, yeah?
Perhaps.
When you see the guy, say hello for me, Donald. That's my good guy. If Donald know there's one person in Grenada who has been flying his flag, yo, Donald, I got you, bro.
Flight Andre Donald. But you know that these phones and so have an algorithm that picks up things. Oh, let me just say, you do have a listenership from the Wester Hall community diaspora, because somebody just say, "Oh, Ambassador, let me tell you what the person said.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, my future PM. I'm looking at you." So
Oh, yeah.
in this case, I'm going to take the opportunity again to say to people that the first place you would see me, you won't see me in Texas, you won't see me in St. Patrick's. The first place you would see me after this program would be in Wester Hall in the pasture on Saturday, April 19th for our inaugural Wester Hall Community Day. And like I just said, we have SGU on board, the Ministry of Health on board. We have a lot of retired nurses. We have a lineup that you can't miss. Entertainment lineup with Lednick and Guana and all these people. We have stuff for the kids, the bouncy castle, face painting. I might be reading some stories. And of course, we have the award ceremony. Our Honorable Prime Minister would be there as our MP. Minister Oliver Joseph has confirmed as well. He will be there.
Minister?
Lord. Former MP Oliver Joseph will be there. The two men from St. David's will be there. And also Adrian Persuader. They will be there. So it's going to be a fun family day.
Let me give you... Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. Finish.
No, I was just saying it's a fun family day. And for those of you who don't get your medical checkup as often as you should, and I want to say you should always get it annually, we'll have professional medical staff there. There's be a screened-in tent. So if you need to do your checks and so, come out and do it. And because this is going to be an annual event, you can set your store by, I can come and get my medical checkup there every year. So
okay, here's a thing. I want you to say it or paraphrase it, yeah? In that voice, you'd understand. Look how she take the boy thing and just going ahead and doing what she's doing, like this guy's house. Well, what happened to her? She's a mad woman? Come on, put a voice to it.
Well, I don't understand you, Lenny. Just take the boy thing and just run with it. Just in your show. It's your show, Andre. Just let the girl take over the whole thing.
Woo!
Which is crazy, Andre. And if somebody wants to ask a question, though, they should ask it. Andre, why haven't you married Yolan? My mother loved you and she hated you a lot, and your mother totally adored me. And I think both of them at some point thought that maybe we would have gotten together. But I think the chemistry is too strong. And I think the love and the admiration and the respect we have for each other is outside of anything that's that romantic. But I think if these two people who've gone to their beyond would have wanted anything besides your radio station and me becoming ambassador, I think they probably would have wanted to see us together. But we're together. We're together. Carl.
Yvonne.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll do this. So yeah, this is, ladies and gentlemen, it is 9:29. Andrew, I don't know how you want to sort of wrap up the last segment of your program, but I can turn it back over to you people. The 20 questions, I think I got more than 20 questions in. I think I did. You answered, okay, you should brush up on your interview skills. I'm just saying. But yeah.
You have children?
Yes, I do. I have a child, one daughter.
One daughter. How old?
34, I think. 34-ish. And a son-in-law that I totally adore.
What's his name?
Brian Valier.
Valier?
Valier.
Yes. Where's he from?
He's American. It's a French last name.
Oh, it's a French last name. Okay.
Yes. I do have sort of the United Nations.
That's a good one. That's a good one. You served Grenada as ambassador. Yeah?
Yes.
What was it before that? What did you do before in the years preceding you becoming ambassador? What was the first appointment that Keith Mitchell gave you?
The first appointment was admin assistant at the consulate in Toronto. Mm-hmm. And that was with Consul General Michael Viveg while I was going to school starting my undergrad in Toronto. And if you say what I did before becoming ambassador was studying everything and watching every boss that I had the honor to serve under, just watching their style of leadership, just watching everything they did, whether it was with the diaspora in meetings with officials or so. And even when Prime Minister would come up to do some of the governmental things with like the premiere of Toronto and things like that. I mean, I'm watching him, I'm listening, I'm just taking everything in. So I think my education on me rising to that was just my stewardship of just watching and aspiring to be, but watching. So I was the admin.
When did you become ambassador?
I became ambassador in 2018. I got Agrama, November 2018, and I started in Toronto in 1994. So it was a long journey. I started in Toronto, then I came to the embassy in Washington in 99 under Dennis Antoine, Ambassador Antoine, who I was with yesterday. And I watched him for many, many, many years. I went there as the admin person. Then I became first secretary, and I was responsible for consular affairs and passports and so on. Then I was this alternate at the OAS, so I would go to meetings. I'd represent him. I'd help to write his speeches and his interventions and things like that. And I would read all the documents that came through. That time it was paper. So I read all the interventions by other ambassadors and things like that. Then I get to know the issues. And then I start reading outside of the interventions into the news and reading up on the issues. And after that, the government changed in 2008. And my services were no longer required. And I went to the IMF. But by then, I had gotten my master's degree because I put myself through school in the evening after work. I'd go to school, finish my undergrad, finish my master's. So I made myself marketable. I got a job at the IMF. That was for 5 years, 6 years-ish, from 2009, the beginning of 2009 to 2015. And then I went to the consulate in Miami, and I got a chance to really work with a dynamic diaspora. And again, just watching leaders, looking, reading, doing my due, and being, a faithful steward. And then I got the appointment as ambassador in DC, got Agrama in 2018, and up until 2023, June 2023, I served as ambassador, high commissioner to Canada, and permanent representative to the OAS. That was the highest post. And from there, I became director of the 27 national offices of the OAS in the hemisphere. And that's where I'm currently until July 14th-ish.
What are you going to do after that?
Well, I don't know. I guess I'll have to come back and really just put this whole frontline politics into effect. I mean, I'm just saying. Okay. There's space for another woman in Grenada.
Well, I believe. Here's what, and this is nice. This is really nice. Maria Marcel says this. Do you know her?
The name doesn't ring a bell. But when I see people, I'm like, oh, it's you. You know, the name doesn't ring a bell.
All right. And Vernal Charles says this.
Thank you.
Yeah. And Karen Williams says this.
Yes, I'm telling you, he has recruited from far and wide, but Grenada has not gotten a little piece of that pie. All the kids that went to Wichita Falls, including Keisha Grant and so. Dr. Keisha Grant. Dr. Keisha Grant. And I want to say that I'm sure she's probably not listening.
No, but she doesn't bother me anymore, so.
But her cousin Keisha on successfully defending her thesis.
Hold on, let me just say this. Let me just say this. And I have, and this is not putting down anybody. And I'm glad you're the one who's saying, no, Dr. Keisha Grant, because I know she wouldn't say that. She will remain Keisha to everybody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I have I have not an issue because I can't have an issue with a person who would have worked hard and done their studies or anything like that. But I get the feeling that there are those who have attained that level and they want to rub it in everybody's face as if that is the only achievement ever, and I have a problem with that. So let's move on.
It's a good thing I didn't hear what you say, so yes, we
Yeah,
can move.
yeah.
But
Let's
yes,
move on.
Dr. Randy Glean, who started, he was the secretary of the youth council when.
Read that.
Okay. So that person knows us intimately.
That person know you
That person knows us
straight up.
intimately.
Straight up.
I know my daughter and my sister's name. Whoever you be, I know you.
And here's what
here's
Gemma James is saying. Read what Gemma James says. Read it. Read it. Read it loud.
Oh, Karen Williams, I agree with your comment. I'll be eternally grateful to Roland Glean. Yes, yes, yes. So they just signed an agreement, Western Illinois University with the OAS to give scholarships, because the OAS has a very vibrant scholarship program, and we've been reaching out to different universities to make sure the packages is dynamic.
Make sure that Grenada gets its fair share. Yeah?
Oh, he does not play. He does not play.
Check this out. Read that.
Samuel A. Ford, uncle, was a lawyer and magistrate. Oh, Samuel A. Ford was a crown consul in the Attorney General's office, then magistrate of the Western and Northern District. Also, it's Ford.
That is the gentleman who's going to be laid
buried. Okay.
And of course, he is the brother-in-law, or was the brother-in-law to Tafar Peer, who is the husband of Emmeline Peer.
Emmeline Peer, a minister.
Yeah.
Lord, I keep saying minister, but yes.
Yeah, Emmeline Peer. So,
civics. And the thing is, we don't know our history. And I'm glad that Dr. Dow and some other people are trying to write these books that are more contemporary and more in line with what all people are supposed to know. So even if it's not in school, but just say in the village, people in Satay should know who that man is. The kids should know it. So the teachers should take that opportunity to just interject it into their lessons as well. These are the things you do. I had my nephew with me in Barbados last month. So he was missing school, but I took him. I was doing Barbados, St. Vincent, and Guyana, and I took him with permission from his mom and the teacher. And he had civics. So he had the OAS. He knew all the flags by the time we were done. He was there for 4 days. He knew all the flags. He knew the prime ministers. He knew the symbols. But you have to take every opportunity you get to interject these things. So I'm just saying that.
Hold on. I have a question for you.
Yes.
This one is going to blow up. And I know you're going to stutter. You're going to stutter, stop, and you're going to try to give me a politically correct answer. Okay. What? No. Not accepted. I'm letting you know now. I have 2 children, Katz and DeAndre. What's your preference?
Oh, gosh. So, yeah, right.
Who is your preference?
Katz is my first love. And I have him saved in my phone, Katz for Andre. So
okay.
That's my first love. DeAndre, who she and I. So I was on this panel last Thursday or Friday. I can't remember what it did, but it was last week. And I was reading an excerpt from my book. It was a forum on gender equality and the intersection with economic injustice and climate change. And our beautiful Minister for Climate Resilience was on. She was so articulate, so on point, and she wrapped up that session with a bow. Hats off to Karine James, our minister, a young minister, female. But I got this text as soon as my face came up on the thing. Auntie Yolande, what you doing in my class?
Okay.
So it was something that the Inter-American Commission of Women from the OAS put together with my office in Jamaica and the 3 campuses of UE. And the classroom, the class your daughter is in, they were mandated to attend that forum. And I got this text, Auntie Yolande, why are you in my class? And it was DeAndre. So that she and I, when I was in Barbados, we kind of hooked up and things like that.
You haven't answered the question, Yolande.
Yeah. Katz is my first love. I'm just putting that out there.
Oh, okay. That's where you stop?
That's why I stopped.
Are you so lucky? Here's why you're lucky.
I explained the rest.
No, but here's why you're so lucky, and this is very interesting. He doesn't miss this program. He is always listening to this. When his father is on, he's listening. He don't care about anything else. He listens to his father. No, and he listens to criticize, not to praise, to criticize. He's like, he will send me a message. I do something stupid. He send me a message and say, "Hey, Rasta, what's your story? Or can I submit that?"
Like
Yeah.
I would say, Andre, stop now, stop.
Right. That is how he behaves.
Yeah.
That's how he behaves. He behaves like that. So I really wanted you to go out on a limb so you get cut off. I want you to try that. Yeah, I
But
want
apparently
that.
you're hanging on still.
Yeah, you're hanging on. You're kind of lucky you're hanging
Morning,
on.
cats.
Why didn't you marry Andre?
That would have just messed up the whole thing, man.
You think?
Yeah, I think so. Because you would have had me too high. Your hands would have been tired right now because I would have been up there. I'm just saying. Your hands would have been tired. It was only for you because, I love you so much and I care about your health and your well-being. That's why I didn't marry you.
That's a kick on the blood. Oh, please. Oh, bang in the stomach. Okay, go ahead.
Your hands would have been so tired. Some things you leave alone and you just let it go organically.
Okay. Moses, Natalie, Neil. Which one loved me most?
Magdalene.
Magdalene. Okay.
Magdalene, definitely Miss Mac.
She was a crazy lady.
No,
very crazy.
Was my crazy mother.
You know what is my biggest takeaway from and folks wouldn't know this, but I'm going to say it now. My biggest takeaway from all of this, knowing her, is this lady controlled everything in her life up until her passing and her funeral arrangements. She controlled everything.
She did.
And what is interesting is her funeral. Not everybody was allowed to come to her funeral.
No. You were there.
And, yeah.
DeAndre was there.
No, was she? Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we came along, yeah. And I was like, wow, being invited to, well, I have to say invited or allowed to come to her funeral.
She would have won that.
Knowing the kind of person she was, that had to be something of great achievement. That is better than a doctorate,
Oi.
That is better than a doctorate because no. Maria Marcel must be living where Miss
Jacob?
Where Miss Jacob living.
Who is that? Because she could say the bush lady. No, but she need to reveal your identity. Take the mask off.
Yeah, take your mask off.
Take
Maria
your mask off, Maria.
She knows everything.
Because the Marcel, I think, is what's throwing me off.
Yeah, she knows it. She knows it all.
Yeah.
Anyway, my other question to you though.
When the table turned, did I know? Was I aware? I was very aware.
Didn't you just give me the program?
I did. Mm-hmm.
If there was one thing that you could do for Grenada right now, what would that be?
It would be to serve at home in any capacity that uses to the full extent all the experience I would have gained over the years and my area of expertise. I would definitely want to serve at home, preferably in either tourism or youth. But I would like the opportunity to serve at home. Yes.
Here's a trick question. Okay, let me just put up what your schoolmate Mitchie has said. Instead of the B, it should be a V.
Yes.
Yeah. So read it.
Very nice program, Andre. I'm so proud listening to my primary school friend. You are an intellectual. I hope you take it up my way.
Now here's a question. Unless you're willing to do it this way, You have to make a choice. You want to get involved in politics.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. Very early in the program, you did.
Okay.
You want to get involved in politics. You would like to. But in Grenada, the independent, unless you intend to put a different hat on the independent does not do well in Grenada. It doesn't do well. There are two main political parties. There is the NNP and there is the NDC. What's going to be your choice?
I don't have to make a choice. The choice will find me.
What?
I don't have to make a choice. The choice will find me.
The choice will find you. That's like a politically correct answer. You're smart.
No, it's actually how I feel. It is actually how I feel. Yeah, it will find me.
Okay. Here's something else. Yeah, that was the guy saying fire Andre. That's the one thing you should do. That is Nimrod. Oh, you're frozen again. This freezing thing is getting me freezing mad.
Yeah. So I can tell you something I said in the beginning. So everybody who knows me know I am aligned with the new National Party. So I am not aligned with the NNP. I mean NDC. I'm aligned with the NNP. Sorry, slip of the tongue. But what I remember saying when the NDC won elections in 2022, and I must say I sent in my resignation that same June, is that I would never stand in the way of progress and development because that is who I am at the core. And I think I'm a servant and I've always put Grenada first. So if you listen back to my answer just prior to this, I said I am willing to serve.
Okay.
So that choice will find me.
Okay. Here's Nimrod saying one thing before you leave the OAS: PhD scholarship for your retired friend. You mean for him? Oh, please. What do you need that for?
No, not him, my retired friend.
What do you need that for? Behave, dumb boy, dumb. Dumb boy, dumb.
Everybody kept saying to me, and that's the last 6 or so years, oh, are you going to do a PhD? Oh, you do da. And I keep saying to people, everything is not for everybody. And I often go with what's in my spirit and what God put for me. Because I don't need a PhD to do what I am called to do, what I'm passionate about. While it may look good on paper, it may suit some for ego. I don't think there's any part of me that's egotistical. So it has to be Dr. Smith, or it has to be Ambassador Smith, or it has to be X, Y, and Z. I think when I associate like success in my mind is when I think of my daughter. The fact that she's such an amazing mother. She's a beautiful, supportive wife. She's doing what she wants to do. She set her own path. And I have grandchildren that I know that are so amazingly brilliant that to me, I have succeeded. I have been able to serve at different levels. I've seen the impact I've made. I love working with children. I like to see them blossom. I don't think I need a PhD for that. I don't think I need a title for that. When I talk about going to the kids Easter Sunday, I don't know if you see my face, how it lit up. That for me brings joy, and that is how I measure success. So it's in service and it's in impact. I don't need a degree, but if my retired friend wants to do a PhD, I'll hook a brother up.
Okay, now listen to this. I gave an answer to this question, but I want to hear your answer to this question. Andre, better politician or better manager? I'm not manager in terms of Real FM, manager in terms of managing a candidate.
Oh, definitely a better manager.
Shucks. Damn.
Yeah, sorry. What Oliver said in his thing with Boopsy, say, Boopsy muggling for no, go first. Muggling for those who know. Yeah, leave the front line for those who know, go manage a candidate. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I didn't do this, I don't believe that the whole interaction this morning will be complete because I have a lot of listeners in that particular area. So I'm just going to name the village and let you do the rest. You would
Morning,
have
Mona.
you would have 3 minutes, and I'm going to time you here. Let me see if I can get this going.
You need an iPad to do the stopwatch.
Yeah, you see what you want. You'd have 3 minutes to do this, and I give you the name of the village, and you are to speak. Beginning now, Mars.
Granny.
That's it.
Also, I thought you were giving me different villages.
No. Mars. You speak. Speak.
Oh, Granny. Granny Ruby Dowden. Patrick Dowden, the father of my daughter, my beautiful daughter. His sisters, Auntie Sue, Auntie Lidge, and Auntie Carol, who took care of Simone when I went to Canada. Auntie Joan, who was the midwife that delivered Simone, all Morris. Christopher Dowden, who was Patrick's
We taught together, Christopher and I.
Okay, Chris, yeah. Strange enough, Christopher's dad is from Wester Hall, Mr. Clyde.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's that link there. I can think about Cindy, Rowan, Rhonda, Yellow. We went to Happy Hill School together. I can think about Biggie, the bus driver. One time, Rawl, who's one time son, one time, and Satan, the bus.
One time also has a son. Well, his name was Ian. Now he's Kwabena Amen.
Oh, okay, I don't know. But Rawl passed away recently.
Ian Searles.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
That would
now
make sense.
Kwabena Amen. That's his name. He's a tutor at Thingy. He is a tutor at Tamsisi. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Then I can think of John Dowden at Liat. Debbie Seals.
Oh, I was waiting. If you did not do it, I would have just cut you off. Debbie Seals.
Debbie Seals, and then Mr. Searles, who was BWE at the time. Oh my gosh. The Hines, Sheila Harris. Oh my gosh. The Vivegs up there, because I went to school with some of the girls on the darker Viveg side. Ooh, Charles Viveg, who was my stepfather at one point. Charles Viveg used to work with Radio Grenada way back. So Charles and Akela?
Yeah.
Yes, they used to work at Radio Grenada together. That was one of Mom's boyfriend, Charles Viveg. Mug Morris. But Granny and Papa. Granny.
You did it the way I wanted it done. Meaning, I expected you the first. I mean, and listen to the fun in this. If Patrick was the first name that came out, I would have killed you. But Granny, I wanted that to be the first name to come out, and it came out. Granny. How is she?
She's doing well. I'm looking forward to Sunday food when I go home. I love that woman to death, and she loves my daughter and her great grands now. She has an iPhone. So she got the iPhone. We set it up so Simone and so can call, because sometimes things happen and then we don't get it until like 2 or 3 days after, because she has the house phone that can't call. So Simone is like, let's give Granny an iPhone so she can text Robbie, who is in Arizona. That's the other grand. And Simone, so she can FaceTime them. Those numbers are programmed, and mine. So if anything happens, she can do that. So Granny has an iPhone. Excuse yourself.
All right. So there's a comment on the screen, and it says it all. I'm not going to put any more comment. That says it all.
Nice.
I put it up. Nice people. Yeah. I didn't put that one up. At all. I didn't write that one. I just put it up, and that's gonna be the final thing.
No, we're nice. And I mean, you have to give Jews where Jews are Jew. We're nice.
Yeah. 5 minutes to go, so I give you a minute to wrap on your side, Yolan.
I just want to say it was wonderfully spontaneous. And I think, like most things in life, you don't have to put too much thought in it, too much planning. You just have to be yourself. Those of you who have not seen me before, this is the me that is not the ambassador, Her Excellency Yolande Smith. This is the me that Andre has known for a long time. This is the me that Miss Mona, Miss Jacob, Miss Lalji, and Miss Cami and everybody know and love. And I feed off that love, and I just feel blessed this morning to just give a little bit back to the listeners. So if you have not liked the program yet, please do so before we sign off, so that what's the word, Andre? The algorithms.
Algorithms.
Could get, because this is, a station for the people, not just nice people, but for the people of Greater CARICOM and Pitimating. And I think by far it is the most educational station. And like I say, I listen all the time. So have a blessed day to all of you. I will be in Westerhall Pasture Easter Saturday. Come out. It doesn't matter where you're from, but come out. Maybe I need my own stall. I'll have my own tent, so you'll come and see Miss Yolande. Thank you, Andre.
And a photo op.
And a photo op.
With Miss Yolande.
And guess what? I'll bring books to give out as well.
There you go. Two of my workers are off to China. Nabila, she's in China, and so too is
that's a
Matura. Yeah. So she's off to China, and Kira Gunput. Kira just won. There is an award that the Media Workers Association gives every year. I think it's named after Anthony Jericho Greenwich. She just won that award.
Congratulations.
Yeah, well, the interesting thing is that she won the award and we didn't even know until the night.
Okay, well, that's good.
That's not good. They should have informed us because they knew. Anyway, but that's besides the point. She won, and that's the important thing. So those two are off to China, expected back maybe in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
Expected back from China.
That's awesome.
So Maxine, your girl, is out there, and Dugo, your boy, is out there. So they're listening. So
hey,
if
Dugo,
you don't,
oh my gosh, Dugo, Lord, Dugo is on a whole different level. Dugo has a place here. Yeah, I admire his ingenuity. I like to see how he has progressed and how he's taken the knowledge he's gained over the time to put back into everything that's going on. He is a wonderful young man. I love his voice. At some point I used to listen to his afternoon program.
Yeah. To give him a plug here, I say to folks who are listening right now, Dugo is into graphic designing, and he's into it big time. He does websites and so on. And if you
put his link in the bottom. That's what people do, Andre.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know how to do it. He has to do that.
He knows.
He knows. Yeah. And Dugo is. If you need him, just give us a call at Real FM, and we'll hook you up with Dugo, and you will be able to, benefit from his services. He's really, really good at what he does. If you want to see as a matter of fact, he does things for people who are in the Far East, people who are in the Eastern Bloc countries, and so he does stuff for them.
That's pretty cool.
And www.therealfmgrenada.com. If you go onto that website, every single thing there was done by the young.
Including the Westerhall Community Group flyer. I hope it's there.
Yeah. He's just amazing. He's just simply amazing. And his claim to fame is this: when he started work, one day DeAndre came to me and she says, "Daddy, you can't fire Dugo." I said, "I mean, I can't fire Daddy. That me uncle's son."
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's her uncle.
On that side.
Her mother's side, actually. Yes. Yeah? On her mother's side. And the interesting thing, they have DeAndre and Dugo, they share some very close relatives. Quickly, let me run them through for you. Entertainers at that, Hollis Map.
Okay.
That's their cousin too. Looney Spark and Electrify.
Mm-hmm.
And Blacker Dan, the one who does Blessing.
Who just won something?
Blacker Dan, yeah, him.
The Soca Monarch?
The one thing in Trinidad.
The Trinidad International.
Yeah. Blacker than.
And congratulations.
So and if people don't know, I'm just telling them now. Blacker than, Looney Spark and Electrify, Hollis Map, and there's another one. Is it Kennedy Map? I think he used to do a lot of writing and singing too.
Mm-hmm.
He is the brother of Killer.
Yeah,
he's the brother of Killer. And
I think the only him first. He just didn't blow up as Killer.
Yeah, the only two who can't sing in the whole thing is Vondel, Dougal, and DeAndre. Forget that. They can't. They can't sing.
Hasn't blossomed yet. That's all.
Please, nah. They could not. And interestingly, DeAndre does graphics, and Dougal does graphics. So sometimes she bounces things off him. She'll call me and say, "Hey, Daddy," I said, "Yo, find him."
Dougal, yeah.
Yeah, find Dougal. He be able
so they
to
have that creative side.
Yeah. Anyway, gotta go, gotta run. News, gotta that. Yolan, take care. Thank you so very much. It was really and truly it was a brilliant program, if I may say so myself, this morning. Looking forward to being with you again sometime again in the future.
Indeed.
Take care. Bye-bye. Tuesday with a difference. Definitely with a difference this morning. This is Real 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Broadcasting from studios located Main Street, Sateers, right here inside a beautiful historical St. Patrick. Stay tuned. News, that's next.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
Welcome to the latest update of news as produced by Triple N. The details when I return. Classic furniture. Our items are